They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
All right, guys, and welcome back for another edition of Nighttime. And joining us as always, Gary.
How are you, mate?
Not too bad. And the ever beautiful Crazy Lady.
Hi.
And the not so beautiful Corey.
Good evening.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, good to be back.
Yeah. And Kenny.
Kenny's on a diet, I think, isn't he?
Yeah.
Kenny's
Lost weight.
missing in action. Kenny's on his way. He's driving a Ford, so he's got car trouble, I think. So he will be here
He's
soon.
pushing a Ford. He's going to hate
Nah, he'll be here soon. He's just running late. So anyway, let's get into it. NRL news.
All right, firstly, I've got a little bit of Sharks news. Braden Trindle has failed a roadside alcohol and illicit drug test. The Sharks 5'8" has been stood down indefinitely, pending the results of blood tests after a roadside test returned a positive result for cocaine. Not great news for the top of the table Sharks.
That's wrong.
So they were up high, and so was he.
Yeah, true.
Runs in the name too, Trindle, doesn't it?
Hairgood was tricky back in the day.
He was.
Dale Finucane said he exhausted all avenues in the hope to keep playing, but after weeks of consultation with neurologists and neuropsychologists, it wasn't a decision. While his career ended a bit short of where he wanted, it was a hell of a run playing 251 matches, featuring in 6 grand finals, winning 2, 2017 and 2020. Finucane also played 5 matches for the New South Wales Blues and was part of the 2021 series win.
Hell of a
Good player.
Yeah.
I liked him.
and can play the guitar well too.
Big loss.
Yeah, so hats off to him.
Are the Sharks imploding?
Look out, Paris coming.
Will Josh Schuster end up at the Sharks now?
Do you rate Schuster?
Nah, not for the money.
Manly will pay him that 800,000 that he's supposed to be on.
Oh, they've officially released him today.
Yeah.
Well, I won't read that part
Oh,
out
sorry.
then.
Yeah, keep going. My bad.
The Roosters are reportedly interested in signing Dane Gagai as a replacement to Joey Manu and Joey Suali'i.
Of course they want more of our players. You know, Don wasn't enough. And
Connor Watson.
Connor Watson and Spencer from Muse. Oh, come on, Trent.
Back off.
Man, bleed some of your own. Anyway.
Manly have reportedly started discussions with Nathan Brown to extend his contract with the club.
Good player.
Yeah, oh,
I quite like him.
he's turned it around, hasn't he?
Didn't do it for Parramatta. Did it 1 year and then done nothing next.
Jamal Fogarty suffered a bicep rupture in the Raiders' loss against Broncos. He's looking at a minimum of 12 weeks on the sideline.
Ooh, another big loss.
Yes.
Okay. Is he as influential to Canberra as like Newcastle with, KP or,
Mitch. Anyone that's out for 12 weeks?
Yeah.
I reckon they are.
I reckon he is, yeah. Well, he's
He's a
part
big
of the
loss.
spine. So.
Well, you look at how Moses has gone since Parramatta's gone since Moses has been out, so it could be the same for Canberra.
Stop
as well.
rubbing it in.
Does
will ya?
that put a line for a Canberra season?
I'll put a question mark on it just yet.
Yeah, I know.
Kalen Ponga is set to undergo surgery and spend at least 3 months on the sideline after suffering a Lisfranc fracture on his right foot. Lisfranc injuries affect the bones or ligaments in the middle part of the foot. Ponga won't be able to put weight on his right foot for 6 to 8 weeks and will then need to regain his fitness in order to return to the playing field. He will meet with specialists and determine if surgery is required, which we now know it is. Minimum 3 months.
Should he have played last week?
No. See, I heard a theory that because he had that hip pointer, or whatever you call it, he was putting the weight on the other side of his body, and that's where this injury's sort of...
Well, what
come
about what he said at the start of the
that?
game?
Yeah.
that
I
was
hope I just get through to half time.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
That in itself was doubting.
Yeah.
Oh, good on him because I know he wanted to help the
Yeah.
team win. Like,
But now it's backflipped. And
yeah,
it's-
but I don't blame him for this. I sort of blame the Knights medical staff. They should have been onto this and said, no, Kalen, you can't play. I don't blame Kalen. I applaud Kalen for trying to get there and go through the pain to still play and get us through this, So, I applaud him there, and it's come back to bite him in the ass. Well, one, it's probably took the daily, it has, but he would have he was one of contenders to the Daily M Award.
Yep.
So that's shot that gone. His Origin career for this year gone. Knights possibly getting to the finals as we get into a little bit later. Not looking good.
Might be gone.
It's not impossible, but
Well,
the odds aren't good.
we'll get into that soon, but it could go one of two ways.
How bad is it about the amount of injuries?
Oh, yeah.
And it's only, what, 7?
Round 7? Round 8?
Is Frizzell back soon?
So
What's
many
going on with him?
injuries.
Well, I hope so.
These
He's
fit
been a big
guys.
loss as well.
Oh, huge. Huge one.
Yeah.
Mm.
The Rabbitohs have reportedly tabled Shaq Mitchell a 2-year contract extension until the end of 2026.
Yeah, been playing some alright footy.
Clint Gutherson is dealing with ongoing knee swelling and pain that required fluid to be drained from his knee this week. It's reported that he will possibly move to 5'8" soon.
I don't get that.
No, I can't.
5'8's just as busy as fullback, really.
If your knees are swelling up at fullback, it'll swell out on
You
the
look at
sideline.
Jerome Luai, or use Jerome Luai for an example. He's like a jack in the box running around at 5'8". Like,
Unless
Yeah.
he's just going to be a ball distributor.
catch and pass.
Yeah.
Well, we're playing mod league again. If he said, okay, I'm going to move to the wing, you'd think, yeah, maybe there's a little
He
bit
can't
less.
chase anyone down.
But
just-
they also start sets as well, so the winger's a bit different to what it used to be like.
Is this a case of to get everything in the piece of the puzzle why
For someone,
your
you know,
buddy's going there so he can play fullback?
possibly.
It's reported that Joey Manu's deal with the Japanese rugby is only a 1-year deal. The Roosters will keep $500,000 spare in their salary cap / sombrero to sign him before the mid-season deadline next year.
I bet they will.
500,000 isn't much. Well, to me it is, but not to him.
Yeah, but
They'd
that's
have extra.
500,000 on the
Above
books.
the table.
The rest is under the table, and you know a lot about that.
There's a lot of
What, being under the table?
Under the table.
Okay. Pugsy under the table.
The Titans are reportedly in talks with Nathan Brown for him to join the club as their pathways coordinator. The Nathan Brown is in the one that used to slap people.
Yeah, or the
And
one
thinks-
that
Not
thinks
the
with
Brown.
their
thinks of his
Bigger
big
head.
head, noisy little
Little
head.
Yeah, that one.
No, I like Brownie. Honestly, I think he done wonders with our club. How he come into pretty much nothing, and sort of turned the club around a bit. So I think he would be good up there, to be honest. And sort of, you look at it, he could have a little bit of an input with Des. So sort of, you got two coaches, sort of, two heads are better than one.
Apparently.
So I've heard.
The Dragons, Eels and French Rugby are all rumoured to be interested in Angus Crichton's signature. Would you have him at the Eels?
Yes.
You'd have anyone, wouldn't you?
And
The way things are
last
going.
80 minutes.
Yeah.
To be honest, Amsterdam's probably interested as well. The magic mushrooms, he likes them.
Oh.
But,
Play better.
yeah, sorry. Was a good player, but I don't know. I think
Starting to run down the hill.
what's he going to be pushing? 600,000-700,000 or something for Angus Crichton. Is he worth that? When you can go out and get someone for that same kind of
We're talking Parramatta here.
300.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. Like Jermaine Hopgood, what's he on?
No idea.
Around the same price, probably. Compare the pair of them. Now, which one would you rather?
Hopwood.
There you go. There's
But like you said on before, some go from one club to another and then they go up a couple
Nathan
of levels.
Brown.
So
Luke Brooks.
yeah, hey, that's a good one.
Leo Thompson.
Who's he?
Where'd he come from?
Canberra.
Besides his mum?
Canberra.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, started at Canberra, but come to us and now he's
I didn't know of him
he's the beast.
till he come to Newcastle.
How's he go?
The beast.
You'll get there one day.
Yeah, I know.
The Dolphins are the second team set to be off to Las Vegas for the 2025 season opener, along with Penrith. Be interesting to see who the other two are. I don't think it'll be the Knights now.
Do you reckon May will get in trouble?
Probably. I said that last week. I said, can he not go?
I like the bloke.
So do I, but he's a bit of a troublemaker.
Nah, he's a legend.
Knights Jack Hetherington was hit with a Grade 2 charge and chose to accept the one-game suspension rather than fighting the charge and risking 2 games on the sidelines. He has been handed a one-match suspension for the altercation with Marnie in the tunnel after both players were sent to the bin in the 76th minute of the Knights' first Bulldogs game on Sunday. Yeah.
What actually started him to get sent off? I didn't see the game.
Reed Marnie is a little chihuahua. He's all mouth, and then when Jack was standing up to him, he shit bricks and stood behind his players pretty much. Anyway, if Jack would have got him, Jack would have killed him. And then it was all, they got sent to the sin bin, which I can't get into too much, it might be up a little bit later, but for nothing. But then if you watch the footage when they're in the tunnel, Jack's smiling and laughing. Now, if I walk up to you, I'm not going to bend and tap you in the chest if I want to hit you, am I?
That's right.
You're going to go straight out, punch to the head, aren't you? Like, seriously? You're going to...
Unless he knew he couldn't do much and he's like, ha, effing puss.
But there's not much in that, you know?
Yeah.
You know.
Like, come on, move on. It's all media
Even
bullshit.
the trainers that are around, like there was the doggies trainers. They
He
were
knew
all,
there was too many eyes on him.
Yeah.
I reckon he should have got bloody 6 daily M points for it.
But it was a combination. The reason why he got the suspension was a combination of what happened on the field and then he carried it on.
Mate, like,
That's still rubbish.
that's right. Look, you get suspended and 10 in the bin for that on the field.
Yeah.
But then you get... Oh, I'll get into it later.
So,
We'll move on.
literally, he's just got fined or suspended for stupidity.
Well, Reed Marnie got fined $1,000 and wasn't he just a smile and a wave like being
Nah, there was more to it. His little mouth was rattling. How do it, mate?
Like a little chihuahua.
How do it, mate?
Yeah, but what do we teach our kids?
100%. This is what I'm saying. And what happens on the field stays on the field.
That's it.
Yeah, Ezra, ma'am.
You said it. But the thing is, this is all media bullshit. And I'll say it, and I'll say it again. They've made a Storm out of a teacup out of nothing. Now Paul Jack's got to sit out a week. You know?
Yeah, when you really need him.
Yeah, I reckon he should have got 6 daily M points for it. I thought it was great. Showing he's got a bit of balls about him and a bit of heart, and he was trying to, you know, especially on a performance where let's face it, we're pretty ordinary. At least this bloke goes out with heart and he loves what's on his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving on.
Well, Drew Hutchinson has been charged with a tripping offence and fined $750, and Jamin Salmon faces a $1,500 fine for a crusher tackle.
All put on report, but nothing happened during the game.
Yeah, that's been happening a lot over the weekend, though. It's really weird.
I knew Drew Hutchinson's was because they went back to the play and they put him on report.
Yeah, but it should have been pulled up.
I think it might have been the act of a scoring. Might have been Knights might have scored a try. Or,
Don't know. Like, you're on report, you know.
I reckon, like, if you put on report for something,
Other team needs to
the
be
other team gets 10
get a
metres.
reward for it. Well, yeah.
Gets 10 metres.
Okay, if it's scoring, well, maybe they need to come up with this 5 in the bin or something like that, because if they're on report for doing something, but they score, and they go, oh, it's just on report, but it was bad, and they get 2 weeks, well, how's that team benefiting from it? It's the team next week.
What about Schneider?
Yeah, Rob Schneider's good.
You know what I'm talking about. Don't worry, you're not going to offend me. Cleary's back, so suspend him. I don't care.
Yeah, no, but that's all right. That was just like a professional foul. That's fine. Like,
But they didn't do anything.
but they should have. He should have probably got 10 in the bin. Let's be honest.
He didn't have the ball.
Yeah. So, but they said he tripped. Yeah, I don't know about that. Honestly, I think it deserves
the act.
something.
There should be a
He
bit
did-
of a penalty, that's it.
It deserves something, 100%.
I think, did they get a penalty? Yeah, they got a penalty, but it should have been a sin bin.
Well, what did they give the penalty for? What was it the penalty for? The professional foul. So why wasn't it acted on?
Because it's Penrith.
Oh, it's okay, Penrith.
I love you, Penrith. I love you,
Couldn't
refs.
tell.
Call me Penrith.
Walk them 10 metres and then give them a penalty.
is that your pet name?
Apparently. What's Fush?
Titans' Jamin Jolliffe was cited for a Grade 1 dangerous contact and has accepted an $1,800 fine with an early guilty plea. Eels' Bryce Cartwright was charged with dangerous contact in Friday night's loss to the Dolphins. The Grade 1 offence carried an $1,800 fine with an early guilty plea. Sydney Roosters' James Tedesco and Jared Warriera-Hargraves have both been fined after their sides lost to the Storm on Thursday night. Tedesco was charged with dangerous contact after tripping Pappenhausen in the 71st minute of the match and has been fined $750. Hargraves was also charged with dangerous contact for an incident involving Melbourne's Christian Welch in the 8th minute and will be fined $1,800.
There you go. Tedesco was like Stevie Wonder seen it. Stevie Wonder showed me it. Like, so if he seen it, why didn't everyone else see it? And he blatantly stuck his leg out.
You should get fined $1,800 for a trip.
Well,
Not
it should have been something. Like, that's not coming out of his pocket.
No, Nick's got it sorted.
Nick's got it sorted, that's right. And he's probably messaged Abdo or whatever it is, says, oh, mate, my round at the bar next week. Oh, sweet, all done.
Yeah,
Water
done.
under the bridge.
What do you think you should have got?
Probably a week.
So you're saying Jerome Luai should have got a week?
Well, what did he get?
A fine?
How much?
I think he did there was 2 things that happened in that game against Parramatta and he got fined twice.
Well, I reckon he would have got fined more than 750,000.
50,000?
Jeez, imagine how Alfie Langer, how much he would have got done for all those years for tripping.
What about old mate from the Sharks? He gets fined a bit for the trips he's on.
Who's that?
The guy that got caught on the
I
road.
didn't get so
Trindle.
much.
Trendle. Moving on.
That's gold, mate.
I didn't get to see much at all.
No, that was good.
Tigers' Aiden Caesar has been fined $3,000 for a dangerous contact offence involving Panther Brad Schneider. Maybe Schneider should have acted like a soccer player. See, if they'd penalised him then and there, that next thing wouldn't have happened where he tripped Olam.
So maybe he should have done a Sean Johnson.
Yeah, soccer player.
Maybe.
Johnson don't play soccer.
No, but didn't you see him last week? Looked like he did.
No, he was asleep. Excellent.
Good.
Moving on.
This weekend, Brian To'o plays his 100th first grade NRL game.
I thought he had more than that.
I don't know if that caught your eye or not, so I'll just leave it. Remind me to tell you something later on the night about Brian To'o, if it's not brought up. Just remind me.
Manly are reportedly set to pay Josh Schuster $200,000 a year for the next 3 years as part of the back rowers' contract termination.
No. This is what pisses me off. If you get out of a contract and if the club agrees, contract ceases.
Go on. Done.
Ripped
Finished.
up, torn it, new one starts. So why should Manly be paying $200,000? It's like us paying still paying Clemens. The new club's got him. That's it. They should, contract ripped up, new one sorted.
Yep.
Don't agree with that. Do not agree with it at all.
What about if they just do 1 year contracts or 2 years?
No, I'm happy with long term ones because
hang on. If you sign it, you abide by it.
Yes, 100%.
No out of it. You don't want to play, go down reserve.
If it's
grade,
mutual,
lose money.
if it's mutual and club and player agree to terms,
James Fisher-Harris.
yeah, which I don't like.
Which means if you come back to just sign a contract for a year, you want out, okay, I'm gone now.
No. See, I want to lock Leo Thompson and go up to like 10-year
If
contracts.
they're all good to him and that,
Yeah,
he'll sign every year.
it's
You
true.
want to hope he doesn't want to go home and
That's what I'm afraid
play
of.
with Fisher-Harris for the Warriors because they'll be a deadly side.
Oh, won't they what?
They're going to be a
Yeah.
deadly side next year anyway with
Yeah.
Barney and that. But moving on.
Speaking of which, the Warriors will host the largest ANZAC Day ceremony conducted anywhere in the world this Thursday as they play a home game on April 25th for the first time in 9 years. A 180-strong group made up of New Zealand Army, Navy and Air Force personnel will take part in the pre-match ceremony, which will be performed to a capacity crowd at Go Media Stadium before the Warriors play the Titans. Since 2009, the Warriors have played the Storm in Melbourne on Anzac Day every year except for 2015, when the Kiwi side hosted the Titans to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Gallipoli landings, and 2020 when games weren't played in April due to the pandemic. Every time these two clubs play, the Zay Wallace Shield, which honours the Auckland-born former Titans under-20 player who passed away in 2019, will also be played for, with the Warriors the current holders after a 28-18 win in round 23 last year.
When you're saying that, I got goosebumps. Did anyone else?
Yep.
It's going to
The
be
back
awesome.
of the neck.
Oh man, I'm so excited! Like I can't wait to get home. Or we're not working, but I can't wait to start watching it. This is by far
The best round of the.
my favourite round of the comp, and I'm excited to watch every game.
Three
I'll-
games on that day.
And I'll watch I do watch just about every single game each week, but I will watch every single game, even if it's just a start. I love it, and you tell you what, if we don't get a home game next year, I'm going to go on a riot because I want a home
We'll have
game.
to go on a road trip.
We'll go on a road
Make
trip.
sure you
too.
got your cart and a dragon this week.
Oh mate, I love it. I think it's
Dragon.
great, and I'll tell you what, good on the Titans and good on
Warriors.
Warriors for remembering this young fella.
I think the last one we went to was Penrith and Knights down in Penrith.
Yeah, and it was good. Mate,
Gives you chills.
I'm getting excited. Listen.
Hair stands up, doesn't it? At the back of your neck.
And it is. I'm not telling you to look at my legs, but look at the hair on my legs. It's stand up.
She's seen them before. Show everyone else.
Yeah. Moving on.
Melbourne has moved to lock down Jerome Hughes after Corey Parker revealed he has heard rumblings that the star halfback is considering returning to Queensland to finish his career. Hughes is contracted with the Storm until the end of 2026 after signing a 4-year deal in 2022 worth more than $800,000 a year. Parker revealed that the New Zealand-born star was keen to part ways with the club and be closer to family.
800,000. That's a lot of money.
Exactly what we said.
4 years, 800,000, then off to the Titans.
Exactly what the Titans will need, though.
Has James Fisher-Harris said
Precinct.
be closer to family?
Oh, I can't blame the bloke, and I'll tell you what, hats off to Penrith too for going, look,
Yep.
you've done great for our club.
They
It's
praise
sad
him.
to see you go, but we want the best for you, James.
Yeah.
And you know what? Oh, it hit home, especially Kylie too. Like she was pretty upset.
I
And-
spent the whole day just feeling weird.
And throwing shit
I'm
at
like,
me.
it's like I lost someone personally. Like it was
But you do.
weird.
Like, to be honest, like, I'm not going to lie. When Sione left, man, I was shattered.
Yep.
And, yeah. Like,
He's always said to me, "Do you have a favourite player?" And I'm like, "Nah, it's a team effort. I like them. I like a lot of them on the team."
even Clem of more recent.
And then he's like James Fisher-Harris, and yeah, I just must have liked him too.
The ultimate engine room. Clemmer
Oh,
and
mate.
Fisher Harris.
Oh,
and then Leo.
We're going down to Penrith soon, sitting in the box before he goes. So, and apparently we're going to meet Fish and all that as well. So,
That'd be good.
yeah, that'll be a special time for us, that's for sure. I love the bloke. I like these type of blokes. Like Leo too is the same. Leo and Fish are like cousins from another mother. You know, they're quiet.
Cousins from
Like
another
brother,
mother.
you know what I meant.
When you
But they're quiet, but you get them on the field and they just bang. You know, I love that kind of thing.
So
Yeah.
to
It's
switch
just, that's
game
what they
time.
get paid to do. That's their,
So
do
is
their
that
business.
the NRL news?
Yes, that was a lot.
All right, guys, we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. And Kenny,
Hey, how we going?
good, mate.
Hey, bud.
Yeah.
Ken Dog, how are you?
Good. Just had to stop and get a feed on the way up, mate. Sorry.
Harry Schnitzels, eh?
Ah.
Yeah, awesome.
I heard you had to push your car to get here.
No, shout out to Harry Schnitzels. Went down to Harry Schnitzels. Awesome, man. Yeah, good stuff.
Good tucker.
Yeah, well, we might have to next time get you to get us all on.
Yeah, a bit gravy, mate.
Yeah, sweet.
Might have to
Good
get a new
stuff.
car from single to Toyota, mate.
Yeah, the Ford's going right. She's good.
All right, guys, let's get into it. Next one is Gazbag.
Here we go. Should Ponga,
Pogger.
Ponga,
Is that with Jack Cogger? And
should Ponga have played on Sunday, considering he had a hip pointer injury? I feel he should have been rested. Sam Taylor, 100%.
After looking at what the poor bloke's going to go through, and yeah, I think probably medical staff got this one wrong.
I mean, I know there's medical staff and there's all that sort of going on, but he's a footballer. He wants to play football.
Yeah,
And you know what I mean? When your team's not doing so well, you want to do everything you can possible.
oh, 100%. Oh, don't,
Yeah, boost,
not
yeah.
Ponga. I applaud him
Yeah.
for what he wanted to do. 100%. He wants to do what's right. But I think maybe the medical staff could have looked at it and went, maybe you need a week off, mate.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather have 1 week off without Kalen than 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
That's just my thing. I think maybe they
They
got this
might
one wrong.
They might have. And KP was like, I'm a footballer, I want to play.
Just because, like, his interview before the game, he said, I just hope I make it through to at least half time. I'm like,
Probably meant that he'd get another
Yeah.
needle or
he
something.
did actually say, though, so I'm going to get a needle.
oh, even
a needle up.
all the media's questioning that too. Oh, I mean, we don't know. We're not there. But I'm just commenting on what's now happened. I wish maybe he took the week off.
Yeah, well, we do now, don't we?
Yeah, hindsight.
I guess no one will. You'll never know.
Only Kalen knows how Kalen was feeling.
And I think he would have played with one. Well, he did play with one leg, but his leg cut off. He still would have tried to play because I think.
The opposite side too, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
right,
'cause-
the right.
'cause
So
it-
he had the left
Hip.
hip, and then he did his right, wasn't it? The right.
Well, I was saying that
Was it Lisfrendic or something?
LaFranchi.
Les Frank, yeah.
LaFranchi will do.
See, it's the opposite side because someone said on the internet, I don't know how true this is, but because he was taking the weight off the left side and it was,
Putting it on
Contributed
Yeah.
to.
Because I was looking it up with YouTube and all that, and they reckon mainly with those injuries, see, because you got your big toe and you got your little toe, and it's that ligament that joins them two sort of bones together. And they reckon when you stand on the top of your toes, that's majority of the time. That's when you're gonna fracture.
Jumping for the ball straight away.
Yeah, you're gonna fracture that ligament. They reckon when I don't know, same thing, jumping, or even, when you stop and you're on the
Stepping,
top of your toes,
yeah.
stepping.
ballerinas.
Maybe if
Yeah,
so
they'd probably get
easiest.
is that a funny one? That one?
No, it wasn't, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking that, like, they're always on their
They're
toes.
always on their toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably common.
keep them on their toes.
I'll ask my children.
I just
you,
thought
you just like the look of me, don't you?
I just knew that you had experience in the ballet department.
So he could have been more
I am
upfront.
a father to 2 ballerinas.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No, well, what is the easiest scenario? Do we just cut his toe off?
No.
It's
Yeah,
still, it's
'cause
still
that'd
want to
be
go.
nice.
Poor bugger. No, I honestly feel sorry for him because he really come out, tried to play and tried to help us.
But he's been massive for the Knights this year.
And like we said there before the show, I think he's now his Origin for this year gone. Daily, let's be honest, Daily M gone,
Daly M
Much
gone.
gone, yeah.
and possibly the Knights season gone. So that was a huge. I feel sorry for him. And I know I worry about his mental health. To be honest, like that'd be pretty bad for him. But
Don't underestimate the Knights, though.
oh
He's
no,
still
that's
a
right.
Prince in Newcastle.
This could be a wake-up call that we needed. And these are the gambles and co might shine.
The door's open for one young superstar.
Oh.
So
I'm just surprised that Will Price is injured. Or if he's injured, he would be.
Yeah, he's on the
he's on the
he's on the reserves.
Is he? Well, there you go.
Yeah, I know these Armstrongs are pretty good, and we'll get into the team list. He's quick and he's pretty good, but imagine having Will Price at fullback and Gamble at 6 and Hastings at 7. You could even swap Gamble and Will Price around if need be. We'll get in that later, but yeah.
Part 2 to that.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I just added to it. Do you think the medical staff will start taking over with people's injuries? You know what I mean? Like they're doing with head knocks and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
off.
okay.
So, like, he's got the hip pointer.
Well, I guess it all
And
comes
the
back to
medical professionals say, well, this could happen,
I think
and put more input into it.
they really need to be more
proactive.
Observant.
because that's just cost us a lot of money now, the club. And let's be honest, it's a business.
Yeah.
So the club's now down a lot of money, and our crowd numbers could also go down now because, let's be honest, Kalen puts bums on seats.
Yep.
I know Knights fans won't because they'll turn up rain, hail, shine. True. If we're getting flogged by 100-0 or what. But the point is, he's still a crowd pleaser, so to speak, and
Yep.
it was a big gamble and had.
Didn't pay off.
Yeah. For us Knights fans, it sort of shattered our season.
Oh, yeah, it would.
As you know, Cleary last year.
But as they say, one door closes, another one opens for the time being.
How come everyone misses Mitch Moses? Cleary
I
gets
don't
a
miss
mention.
him. Oh, sorry, gotcha. Yeah. I was actually going to say that next, but
Yeah, I know. Yeah, sure you were.
He thought it.
Who's Mitch? Who's Mitch?
I used to be on the show last year.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
other Mitch.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was Mitch.
The one who can play footy. All right, number 2 is from Greg Milburn. When Gus is done rebuilding the Dogs, which team, if any, do you think he may or should target next?
You reckon he'll be around?
He's not that old, is he?
He's looking pretty old, eh?
Didn't he play with
Last
Souths?
legs.
Didn't he play with Souths back in the day? He might try and
Yeah.
rebuild them.
Yeah.
And Newtown.
Parramatta might need rebuilding.
Yeah.
What? Be nice. Look at everything. Gus has done
Has
heaps
anyone
for
got a
those
box of
clubs.
tissues?
I reckon he'll stay at the Dogs for a while. As a
Probably will.
yeah, I reckon he'll stay there for a while because let's be honest, half the Penrith do. And
So far.
His main 3 clubs, really, isn't it? The Penrith, Bulldogs, and the Roosters.
Mm.
'Cause he's all got
the Roosters don't need rebuilding; they just need
They just need more
Refinancing.
More paper bags.
Yeah, that's what
More
I mean.
tissues.
Restocking the shelves with the paper bags.
More
but
tissues for Trent Robinson.
what a sook he is!
If they, I think it was at 6 points, they got beat by 18-12.
Yeah, something
So
like.
if the game was that close,
Yeah.
like he wins because like if they got flogged, would he be whinging about it?
Yes, he would.
You
Did he
reckon
whinge? Did he whinge about when the Knights they played the Knights, and the Knights got all the bad calls?
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah,
he ever
he's-
whinge that?
No, he didn't. No, yeah, it's good.
But it turned out anyway. He was wrong anyway.
Yeah, according to Annesley.
So put it in your pipe and smoke it. Oh, shut up.
Get over it.
He shits me. Move on.
Okay, from Bill G. Mustn't be able to spell his last name.
It's Ellie's dad.
G-spot.
On the Sunday Footy Show, Billy Slater did a tribute for the Anzac Day, which included we acknowledge the men and women of past, present, who defended our country. Later, Joey said it should not be confined to the Anzac round. Do you agree? Replace or add to the other acknowledgements?
100%. I say, this is not meant to be race any way, shape or form before it comes out. But why do we have Welcome to the Country, but we don't have National Anthem? Why? Why can't we have both?
Yeah.
I'm all for everything starting to come together as one. And we have even the police cars now have the Aboriginal painting and all that on. Around the scoreboards at the stadium is all Aboriginal artwork. I'm all for it, but we need to also include like the National Anthem, I feel.
See, not even that. You don't even have to have the national anthem. You can just acknowledge, like this person's saying, acknowledge the Anzacs that fought for the country.
100%. I'm all for it. I just don't think we should be stuck to one thing. Let's embrace everything. And this is where I mean, like, we need to have more multicultural rounds as well. Like, I'd love to learn more about the New Zealanders and the Fijians and stuff. Like, this is how we got to make people understand. Like I was saying, like the Spencer Linu thing, he didn't understand the culture and stuff. Well, here's one way to start educating people is by doing this stuff.
Because you know why? Because I know he's a little bit younger than me, but when I went through school, we didn't learn much about it either.
No, that's right.
Not like they do now.
And I'm all for it. I want to learn more. I love it. Like, we're going to go to, me and Kylie going to, we're going to go to New Zealand and Fiji or Hawaii soon.
Yeah.
Because we love the culture and we want to learn more.
Like Bradman Best, he only learned 2 years ago that he
was Indigenous.
Yeah, and now he's learning about his own culture.
Yeah,
we all should. Like, I'm all for the Indigenous round. I think it's great too.
Yep.
But why can't we have, like, Maori round that too? Or, something that's really... Because I don't feel there's enough for that. And you have a look at half the teams, there's a lot of Maori boys in it. Pacific Islanders.
Yep.
Like, let's embrace it and let's do it. I love it. I think it's great. I reckon that's a Ali G or who was it?
Bill G.
Bill G. Great question. Love it.
Number 4. Is the new disruptor rule the dumbest rule yet? Yes or no?
They've been doing
Hang on.
Yes, because a lot of people don't understand it.
True.
Well,
Yes or no?
yeah, I suppose.
Buckley?
Agreement.
Ken Dog? Okay.
Well, they've been doing it for years. Why penalise them now for it?
There's a lot of rules that are changed that are just so dumb. Like, who's controlling this game? Yeah, to be honest, get the beeps ready, Adam, but there's stuff in the game.
Yeah.
Like,
A beep for that.
Yeah, I was going to say something else, but I changed. I was going to say this absolutely effing the game.
Yeah.
And if they keep doing it, within 5 to 10 years, I'm telling you, and AFL and Union will be the top. They'll take over.
I'll just finish reading the rest of that.
Oh, my bad.
For those who don't know what the disruptor is, it's players who leap up after the kick without really trying to contest the ball.
But how can you say that he wasn't trying to
If his
contest
eyes
the
aren't
ball?
on it and that,
Okay, Leo Thompson. He was contesting the ball, like it or not. He was trying to get the ball.
Oh, yeah.
that's a different cup of tea then.
But
If they're jumping up and just going like this with the ball's there and they're looking over here, that's wrong.
If they're jumping up and they're looking at the ball and they're putting their hand up trying to tap the ball back or do anything, like I can't see how that's
No.
disruptive. But there has
part.
been penalties for that where they've been jumping up at the ball and put their hand up and they've completely missed the ball and jumped through and they've been penalised for it.
But they're actually going for the ball.
Yeah. They're
So this is
contesting. Like the ball goes up, that's what you're doing. The ball goes up, comes down, you're contesting that.
how are you going to police that he was or he wasn't going for the ball, or she or wasn't? You know,
Got to be alright. You know what I mean? Like,
At least I know Penrith are safe because
don't you
we're
just-
protected.
apparently. So the Roosters.
When you jump up and you miss the ball, they get penalised for it.
yeah,
If you jump up, knock it back into your player and they score, you're a hero.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the rule with old mate from Penrith that hit Walsh. They want to get rid of that now, where you
mate.
can't run out the line. Are you serious?
Yeah, when they say bend your back, I picture the Matrix. You know how he bends right back? You're supposed to miss him like that,
Or
are
they
you?
want to get rid of kickoffs.
Yeah, that's,
No.
If they get rid of kickoffs, I'm telling you,
that's the game gone, mate.
Yep.
I'm telling you. How are we meant to start the game? They reckon
Tap
20
off.
20 metre restart. Are you kidding?
well, hey, I'll be like AFL where they bounce the ball. Like, come on.
I'll go and watch girls volleyball, beach volleyball.
Like, if that's the case, it's time to go Abdo and his bloody mate, and it's
Landis.
time to put someone in there that actually loves the game, because they don't. They just want a quick dollar.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That was a
The gas
quickie.
bag.
A gas bag, eh?
We get another one later.
Gas bag.
Gaz, not gas.
Oh,
Right.
Close.
we got a bit of gas too tonight, don't worry.
You.
Anyway, guys,
Right in the firing line.
we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for What Caught My Eye.
Ow! My eye! Ow! Ow! Ow!
And you guys, you want to start off?
I'll start it off. What caught my eye? One of the Mona Vale Raiders under 12 players, Bo, received devastating news that he has been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
Oh, wow.
He is a massive Manly supporter. Ben, Jake and Tom all visited him last Thursday and said when they score, they'll give Bo a thumbs up. Tommy did exactly that after he scored.
That's gold.
That's gold.
And that is gold.
I was wondering why he just started doing that randomly.
Yeah, I thought they were bringing them back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The post-try celebration.
Oh wow, that gave me
Yeah.
me
That's
goosebumps.
terrible. I hate saying shit
Yep.
like that.
Especially to
Like,
young people too.
you know, I'm not
Bo,
religious.
we're going to give you a thumbs up as well, buddy.
Yeah. You know, I'm not religious, and I know a lot of people are, and I'm not knocking it. But when you see stuff like that, you ask yourself, how can there be a God?
Yeah.
Like, that's just terrible. You know, absolute terrible, and it makes you realise how lucky you are to have kids and that are healthy. So,
Sorry to start off with a bad
oh,
note.
No, that's
No.
lovely what the Trebojevic
Trebojevic
brothers.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty pretty
Good
cool.
on 'em.
You know what I mean?
well, let's just hope it comes through and
Gets through the other side.
gets a lot of good news. So, yeah, anyway,
Thinking of you, Bo.
stay in there, champion.
Okay, what caught my eye is Matt Lodge. When he was playing for the Roosters last year, he was losing his hair. Now he has a full head of hair, so it appears he has gotten hair plugs.
Advanced
Not
hair.
that there's anything
Yeah,
wrong with
yeah.
that, but it's just noticeable. That's
Yeah,
all.
do that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Funny story. I'm going to tell you this story about.
Do we have to?
Yep. I was in.
You've got hair plugs.
No,
You're at the Vance Hair Studio.
no. I was in year 11 at school, and remember you used to go on the Sydney Football Stadium tour. You go for the
yeah.
and they put you in the sheds, and they had the '97 grand final.
Yeah.
Well, you probably missed it, but there was a young Smitter in the corner on that film with a big Chief Harrigan sign.
Yeah, right.
Well, that was me. Anyway, we come out of there, and then you'd go into the Sydney Cricket Ground.
Yeah.
As we're coming out, who walks out? Greg Matthews. So,
Advanced hair. Yeah.
me being the,
I was wondering where this was going.
He was the founder.
but me being me, like, couldn't help myself. I went, advanced hair, yeah.
Yeah, but in year 11, your voice would have been that deep. He
No.
would have shit himself.
Yeah, and the whole, all me mates and the whole school, you know, that was with us were cracking up. And he come up to me, he was cranky. He goes, I was young and dumb one day, but at least I looked at the man in the eye and said, g'day. I just give him a head wobble and walked off. But, yeah, it was weird, eh? It was funny about looking back on it. And that's my claim to advanced hair. Yeah.
I don't think you'll have to worry about hair loss because my sink is always clogged.
It's not from me head either. They call me Chewbacca for nothing.
He's hairy back. No, I'm kidding. That's one place he doesn't have hair, surprisingly.
I'm not showing you.
Don't want to see it.
Anyway, yeah, no, that's yeah. Kenny,
What caught my eye, was it?
yeah.
Yeah. The debutant this week.
Mm.
Yeah, I hope he goes well, Davey Armstrong. So yeah, that's what caught my eye in the team list this afternoon. Seeing that up there, yeah. Just it's great to see debutant come through all the time at the nights there, and it's good that Adam O'Brien's giving him a go. So I hope he rips in. I hope he has a blinder. And
I like it,
trumps.
but I'll get onto that a little bit more. I like it, and he deserves it. But there's something I would have liked to have seen too. But I'll get into that soon. Well, probably with Elliot. But Corey,
All right, so I don't normally praise my team very often, but I'm actually going to praise
Only
them
every
tonight.
other week.
No, I don't normally.
are you going?
Climax?
Hang on.
I'm usually pretty modest about it,
Are
but
you going to be like on the fence
no,
with Parramatta next year?
no,
No, not following your man crush.
no. Anyway, the defence first 20 minutes against the Warriors, they were all sorts. Really, they were in all sorts, and they could have lost that game. In years gone by, they probably would have leaked 20. Leaked only 6. From that moment on, we won the game, and the way we won the game was fantastic.
I'll tell you one thing. I was only talking to Kylie. This is before, what's his name? Brown. you say his first name?
Famuna.
Brown.
Yep.
Had signed with St George. I said to Golly, I said, Mitch Kenny, it does a great job for Penrith, but you guys need to sign Brown. I said, he will absolute gun. Next day he comes out, St George signed
I
him.
didn't even know. I read
I'm
it.
like, Kylie told me, and I'm like, oh no, that's him.
No, yeah, because I was telling you the story. Like, I
Yes.
was on the internet the other day, and it made me cry, which I don't usually cry that often. But what's his name?
Famuna.
Brown.
Famuna
Yeah,
or
they call
something.
him New.
Yeah.
His
Wonder why.
Instagram is just so sad. Like, his mum passed away about 2 years ago, and when he was growing up, she used to say to him, "Are you going to sleep in here with me tonight?" And he'd sleep in with her because the dad would come home drunk, and it'd be protection for each other, because if he was in there with her, the dad wouldn't even touch them. But if New wasn't in there, the father would go hell for leather on the mum. And for him to grow up and watch that,
Oh, 100%.
and then she's passed away like 2 years ago, mate, the bottom of your world would drop out.
And I rate him. He's a gun. Like, do you see him in the?
He's only played 58 first grade games for
But
5 clubs.
Do you see him in the Kiwis this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I rate him, and honestly,
Well, I think like he played with Flanagan under Flanagan at Cronulla. I think he's going to be a pretty good sign because he was actually quite good for you guys last year too.
Yeah, he filled in for a couple of. He even filled in when we played the Warriors too, did he?
Cronulla.
No, Cam.
Cronulla.
Because he was a mid.
Cronulla,
He was a
Cronulla.
he was a
He
mid-
scored. Did he score too?
Yes, he did.
He was,
Yeah,
he was a mid-season signing, wasn't he?
yeah.
And I honestly, like, this is no disrespect to any of the players we've got at the moment, but I wish we kept him. Like, imagine him at hooker, coming on at hooker. I know we've got Phoenix and
He's pretty damaging. He made
yeah.
some good runs out of dummy.
Well,
half. He's quick.
I can tell you now, you'll take the pressure off Jacob Liddell and everybody else. that
he
plays
will
for-
be your future number 9 going forward, I'm telling you. Have a decent 8 and 10, have his arms around. And you got one with Raymond.
Yeah, how good's he been going since he went to the Dragons?
Everybody loves him.
Everybody loves Raymond.
I see what you did there.
So is that your new man crush?
No.
Smile if it is.
Come on.
Yes, yeah.
Full of funny. He didn't
Corey.
Corey, yeah.
No.
I think
Everybody loves
he
him.
thinks he was.
I laughed.
Okay, you got it.
I just laughed at the head. Sorry, Pugsley.
All right, well, Mike, this is what caught my eye this week, other than my beautiful wife. Tedesco sticking his leg out.
Sorry, I just
Was that a Tedesco sticking the leg out?
I just read the rest of that. So
Yeah, rude.
that's an ugly laugh.
Stephanie stuck his leg out trip Pappenhausen, and he didn't get sin bin, but you see old Pappenhausen's little Pappenhausen's fell out.
I didn't see that. No.
Pap's little pee popped out.
Oh,
And then missed it.
whoops.
Oh,
Yeah,
now I'm
did, eh?
crying.
I just missed it.
The editor's going to get this, isn't
Yeah, we'll put it up there
I
now.
haven't seen it. It might have been that small.
Put it in slow motion ads. Thanks, mate.
But okay, even if you got a, if you,
he? Well, legit. It
oh yeah,
popped out the side.
I'll show you later.
Was it cold?
Will you now? Sicko.
No, you wish. But even if you're hung like a mule or something, you'd still want to wear like Speedos or something where it wouldn't.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, just flop out the side.
We could-
Yeah.
Strap it to your leg.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I got mine caught in the zipper once, eh? Yeah, I'm never wearing zip-up boots again.
I thought you were going to say go without say you're going zip lining.
But, yeah, no, that's what caught my eye and a few other people's eye and probably caught perhaps his other eye. But, yeah, that was a
Wow.
different one. Anyway,
Pappy's little pee-pee.
yeah, night of the round. This one was a hard one, night of the round, but there was a few. And I'll start it off.
Of course.
KP, I can't deny he was, for what he was on there. 1 try, assist, 2 offloads, 30 tackles, 0. Kai Pearce Paul, I meant.
Yeah.
1 try, assist, 2 offloads, 30 tackles, and 0 missed tackles for 79 metres gain. But for what KP did to also before he went off, you've got to give him credit.
Great, yeah. KPP too. He was involved with Hutchison tripping him as well. Now, he made a break.
Yes.
He was through the line.
When doesn't he?
Yeah. He was through the line when Hutchison tripped him. Now, if he didn't get tripped,
Professional house would have scored a try.
he would have made the line, I reckon.
And
It was only I think it was, he was 11 metre, when he broke the line, he was 11 metres out.
he's got legs like giraffes, so
Yeah.
he would have got there pretty quick.
And you look where he got tackled. He got pulled down. He
Wasn't
got
far off the line.
Yeah.
So has he got a new nickname? Is it KPP? That what they call him? I reckon we change it.
KPP. Yeah, that's what they call
I
it.
reckon we change it. I don't like
Giraffe legs.
that. Daddy long legs.
They-
But I reckon, seriously, I said before he even put on a Knights jersey, when I said we're signing him, I said to Collie, I said, this guy and Will Price,
yeah.
I said, they are absolute guns. You watch him. And,
They
yeah.
were killing it over there in
Oh.
the Super League. Absolutely killing it.
Pierce Paul reminds me of Sonny Bill.
Yeah, does a bit, yeah.
He's a good player.
And I've got 2 special mentions this week.
Of course you can.
Yes, because I can, and I will. Anali Tawala.
Yeah.
Never lets you down, does he?
He's right.
Yeah. And I will say, Brodie Jones.
Yeah, when he come on,
Yeah.
How long did he get? He got the last 25 minutes, didn't he?
Yeah, roughly, but
Yeah.
2 tackles. One saved the try with Adokar,
Yeah.
and the second one was allowed, but it actually wasn't a try. It was replayed and showed
Yeah.
his foot was on the try on the sideline. So that
Was it his boot or
His
was
boot.
it
his
his knee?
His boot.
His boot.
His
Brodie
left.
Jones's knee going across.
No, it was
Stirring the
Adokar's
chalk
left
up.
boot.
Yeah.
Mm.
They reckon his knee. They reckon it was the defender's knee that
No.
hit the chalk up. or
I'll show you
something.
later. You can see his toe of the boot
just
crossing the
in,
line.
yeah.
So there was 2 tackles in itself that Brodie,
I don't know. When we watched that live, it looked like his foot was still up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then you watch this
Yeah.
replay that's shown today.
It's a-
Slow mo stuffs with a lot of.
Hey,
things.
I'm going with the slow mo. Let's give Brodie 2 credits here.
Yeah. No, he did well.
And I still think Brode's tried his heart out and does every game. And
he's been benefit this week. So
100%.
because of it.
And I speak to Broads after every game. So, to be honest, he is a legend of a guy. I message him straight away and he replies pretty much straight away, doesn't he? Like, as soon as he gets in the sheds. That's the type of bloke he is. He's an absolute legend. And I said to him, if you're not in the 17 this week, I said, be prepared for a riot. I said, I'm starting a riot. So, and good on him.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Well, he's
So,
doing really well. He's been killing it in New South Wales Cup too.
yeah, playing a Kurt Mann role
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah, he's been killing it.
And I will also say another mention, which I've got a heap, but Leo Thompson, in a beaten side, he still doesn't let you down.
100%, yeah.
You got any more? Might as well just keep going.
Might as well just hand those in.
Knights of the
Yeah.
All right, move on.
It'd be easier just to pick who you thought was the worst.
We won't go there. Guy,
Okay. Well, I've only just got one
are you sure?
because it was hard to pick with the way they played, but there were a couple of ones who did actually make a big effort. But I'd have to say Dylan Lucas, he does need to practice a bit more passing, but I think he had a pretty good game.
Oh, you did have a good game.
Yeah, he would have got a double too, I reckon. If he caught that ball, I reckon he would have scored.
But I will say one thing too. We all know that I like Gamble too, but what's all the flack of Gamble getting all the criticism? Like, I didn't think he played too badly.
No, he didn't.
He didn't play great.
He got brought into the side because they wanted a bigger body. Okay, because Kickout was running down that side. Now, if you go back and you watch the game,
How many tackles did he stop Kickout with?
we handled Kickout pretty well. You know what killed us?
You did, yeah.
Bronson Cherry.
Yeah.
See, we were too focused on Kickout
And not Cherry.
Bronson Cherry was just bang.
Yeah.
Like, how many times did he do that short run off the short ball? And he broke the line nearly every run he did, and then he ended up scoring that try.
But you look who tackled Gamble on a regular, like, it was Gamble. That's right.
Gamble, yeah.
I'm not saying he played well because he didn't. He'll be the first to say he didn't. But there's a lot on social media that calling for Gamble's head again. Like,
Why? He
tackled everything that moved.
He had a pretty good game actually.
I just
There was some stats going around or something. That he every tackle he completed and he did not miss a tackle.
that's right.
So
Like I said to a certain person, I won't mention names. I said, but before you want to bag someone, look at the stats.
Yeah.
You know, and
He wasn't the worst, that's for sure.
no, he wasn't. And
He actually went pretty well.
I just don't understand. I'm not just saying it because he's one of my favourites,
Yeah.
but yeah.
The people on social media, have they ever played football?
No.
Yeah, well, yeah,
If they have,
You know what I
it's
mean?
backyard, possibly.
Yeah.
Mm.
You get out there and try and stop kick out a couple of times and see how you feel.
yeah, you gotta, yeah.
We'll be in the pressure and cooker environment of NRL.
Just being named to line up against Kick-Out would be enough.
Yeah.
Gary.
My night of the round, Jaden Brayley. I think he's one of the rare ones who didn't make any errors. Also 43 tackles with 0 missed in the 80 minutes he played.
Yeah, he killed
That's
it too.
that's not
I've
bad.
always had raps on Brayley. Always.
Oh, he's always been a good player.
He's underrated.
My only issue with Brayley was, you know, when you get some players after have had quite a few injuries, they become injury prone. That was my only issue. Is he gone that far? But he's
But he's getting his groove back.
yeah,
He's back
which is
now.
great.
Into it. He's getting his groove back. You could see by the way he played on the weekend and even the week before. Like I think the first couple of games that he come back, he was a bit scratchy. But once he's starting to
Settle in.
he,
A fit Brayley
to be honest, with
is
you,
golden.
Yeah, he's the key at the moment for us.
Okay, I'll go back.
Him and the halves. All
Yeah.
right, they need like Brayley's stepping up. Don't get me wrong, but the halves need to now too. So now we've got KP down. That's where everything needs to come from.
So does
Brayley,
this-
Hastings and Gamble? That's our big three now.
And we're going to stick with it.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope so because that's the key. That's the key. That's
But-
going to get us around the park. For
But
the
I
next
like
12 weeks or
Cogger
whatever.
at 14
You like Cogger at 14?
because if we're going to stick with Hastings and Gamble, because you've got Cogger, if say the fullback goes down, you now can use Gamble.
Gamble to go back. Yeah.
That's right, and then you bring
Cogger
Cogger on
straight
into
in.
the halves.
So where's Crosland could fit into this?
At the moment, I
He's-
don't think
you
that.
can't leave him out though.
I know, but you got no choice,
Yeah.
really. Like,
He's
13, perhaps?
but this is where we should have kept Kurt Mann. Kurt Mann now plays fullback while KP's gone.
Yeah.
Or Dan Gagai
Yeah,
could
well,
play
he
fullback.
probably would have, eh?
That's
He was
right.
Still, yeah.
Well, who would you put instead of Jenkins? Because I feel like you need
Is
to.
he? He's not named, isn't he?
Oh, he's injured, is he?
Well, he went off with a knee injury, so I
Yeah.
don't think he's named though.
No, he got
He will get there, but you've got to be patient with Jenkins too, because Jenkins come from a championship, premiership winning side,
Yeah.
He
and
didn't-
didn't they win New South Wales Cup? And he
Yes.
he played. Yeah.
and he's come into this. It's a total different team. Same with Cogger. You know, so you've got to give him a little bit of leniency. It's a whole different environment,
Yep.
and it'll happen, but
Won't happen overnight.
No.
it will happen.
I'm too high strung to be patient.
Yeah, true. Next,
I'm actually going Dylan Lucas as well. I thought he scored a
did
try.
play
He
well.
scored a try. He almost scored it just before full time. Yeah, I just thought he was probably one of the better players out there for me.
yeah, it was good.
Gave it a go.
Gaz?
Yeah. Top of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Phoenix.
Yeah.
Scores on.
Yeah, hit hard.
Yeah.
Mm.
He was very-
Yeah. I reckon he had a good game on the weekend.
Yeah.
For a little fella, he hits hard.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong, I like Phoenix and I thought he was great. Last year was probably one of our best all year. My issue is too many pieces of the puzzle to fit in one puzzle. This is the problem. If you got to fit Brayley, where does that leave Phoenix? Because you've got a Cogger. I mean, you could leave Cogger out and then Phoenix takes that 14 role and he could play like a Kurt Man. He could play in the halves if you need him, put Gamble back. But do you want Cogger, which is a more experienced in that area? I don't.
Yeah, that's the thing we've got. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, play of the round while we're there, and I'll let you start.
Okay. James Fisher-Harris. Shut up. He's been really quiet in the last few games that he's played, like just not his normal self, but obviously he was carrying that burden of having to tell the team that he wants to, relocate. And, he scored, and I just felt like he's starting to get a bit better, probably because he knows his time's coming to an end, and he just wants...
It was a good try that he
Couldn't
scored.
concentrate on the game.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the game because I was touchying up Paddo. But
You what?
touch
You were
I
touching.
thought you said
Touching up
touching up
Paddo.
Paddo.
Do we not-
Is that
do we know
Corey
about that?
Patterson? Or?
Yeah, or put my foot in that.
I'm going to just sit over here.
All of a sudden he'll come next. He can come next week and he'll have a name tag, Pato.
Pride round.
Judgy.
That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just seen the highlights and that try. It wasn't like he didn't just go from crossover. It wasn't. He ran like 25 metres or something, didn't he? Yeah. That's pretty good.
I'll go. My player of the round after a big week for Fish. Same one. He overcome a slow start to wrestle momentum back for the Panthers. He led from the front. He had 138 run meters, 3 tackle breaks, and 27 tackles. The Kiwi superstar showed why he's going to be such a big loss for Penrith in 2025. And you don't become the first ever prop forward to win a golden boot for nothing.
Yep.
Oh, he did last year, didn't he? On the Golden Boot,
I feel like Adam should start playing Hello Darkness, my old friend.
Honestly, I think we should make sure we go to the last Penrith home game.
I think that someone said if we make it to the finals, one of them games will be his 200th game.
Yeah,
That'll be a sad occasion at Penrith. Like, to be honest, he's going and Luai.
All right. Can we talk about another team?
Who else is going? Isn't there one more? No.
Yeah, Leo Thompson. I heard he's going to Penrith.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen on the internet now, too, all their replacements for Fish? Who's the number one in their line?
Leo.
I'm like,
Stay out of the Penrith sites and let them dream.
Wasn't a Leo head on a Penrith?
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever did that, really clever.
Dreams are free. Someone said to me, what do you think of that? I said, I'll do you one better. I'll show Leo next week and see what he thinks of it.
Maybe I should do it to Marzu because he's always going.
Yeah, he's not going over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that'll be funny. See his face. So Fish was mine. Well, I think he wants to go, but he doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. He thinks
Be hard.
he feels he owes it to New Zealand.
But can you imagine the welcome he's going to get when he runs out at the Warriors first? Yeah.
Can you imagine the...
We'll hear it
And I
over
wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
it'd be against Penrith round 1.
Oh, shut up.
But can you imagine...
I hate to see when Adam Fanua-Blake goes back there, to play. Because hasn't he signed with the Sharks?
Yes.
Yeah.
But can you imagine, right, okay, last home game at Penrith when Fish walks out by himself, that crowd,
Oh, they'll be crying. I mean, I'll be crying.
they're going to go berserk. And
yeah.
good on him. Like, I haven't seen anything like that since the Chief.
He wants to, you know what I mean? He wants to go home,
his time.
and that's his home.
But he's been, what, there, 17 years or something? Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played Harold. I think he's pretty sure.
So,
He's come through there.
you can't,
No, I think it's 10 years.
or 10 years, but
He's only young.
You
isn't he?
can't-
20 something.
be cranky with the bloke.
No.
I'm cranky because
He's done,
you know.
he's done heaps for Penrith, mate.
Yeah.
The things he's done for that club.
So I support the Knights. Obviously, it's my first team, and
Are you sure?
I support Penrith. You know, because I watch a lot of that.
Yeah.
I now support the Warriors as well.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're not my team, but I like watching them now.
The Warriors offered Penrith a player swap with Fanua-Blake and Fish, and Penrith are like, "Nah, you can keep him. We'll keep Fish," and it's kind of bit us on the bum now.
Come back to you.
Okay, who would you replace him with? Who would you try?
Payne House.
Game,
Isn't he the best one in the game?
yeah, at the moment.
He'd go good under.
Who Penrith?
There's a young guy playing for the Cowboys called Neem.
Griffin Neem.
Griffin Neem. He's a Kiwi. And
Yeah, no, I'd go. Maybe I'd go Payne Haas.
Who were they looking at?
He's just
Often-
excellent.
Okamanu.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Weren't
Oh,
they
yeah.
looking at him?
yeah, they
Apparently.
were.
He's an up and coming, mate. If he went to Penrith,
I tell you
his
now.
game would just go.
I tell you another smoky to throw there that actually was really good when he went there. Tavita Penga.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a boxer now.
He went to a different level, didn't he?
Come from Brisbane, went over.
that-
This is my point where people go to Penrith, half decent player, they leave a superstar.
So yeah.
Only in the last 3 years, 4
I was
years.
just about to say that. Yeah,
But this
they
is
never
a-
used to be successful
No.
like they have been in
Scott
the last couple
Sorensen.
of years.
Scott Sorensen was a good fringe player at the Sharks.
Yeah.
I haven't had to buy boxes of tissues for a long time, and I reckon I'll have to soon.
Not for you, but for me. They were. Anyway, moving on. Corey?
Well, as soon as they were on this show, it's all about man crushes. I'm going Zach Lomax this
Lucky boy.
Oh.
week. You know
Keep
what?
going. Yeah, well, I'm waiting.
So, I mean, what got me was
Oh, we know.
the try after half time. Like,
Yeah,
what-
he's
he's just in great form.
But to be honest, he's not my favourite cup of tea, but credit where credit's due. He's playing some good footy.
Zach, if you are watching this show, do not go to Parramatta, please.
I thought you were going to say, if you are watching this show, I love you.
If you are watching, go to Parramatta. We need you.
He's got 3 days. So.
You reckon he'll pull out?
Oh,
No.
There was a fans thing.
Do a Cherry Evans?
Yeah.
There's a fans thing going around say that he should because Parramatta were wiped off the court last week.
Yeah, but that's one game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's,
One game that they went to the top of Australia in the heat,
Yeah.
playing a team that comes from up there that way.
Missing their one-man team,
they
Mitchell
even said
Moses.
it, even Nicarima, or who was it? No, Jeremy Marshall King said it after the games. He goes, you know, we come up here thinking, yeah, we're a chance. I said, because we're used to this weather.
Exactly.
They're not.
100%. And good on him.
Parramatta look. They look down and out.
Yeah.
What did Brett Arthur do 2 weeks before the game? Did he put sweat gear on him and put him in a sauna? And
I don't think you can really prepare for it.
No.
Well, someone
You'd take them up there a week before, like, you know what I mean?
You'd
Like,
have to.
You'd have to get them acclimatised to the train.
and train. By the time you finish training, you need to recoup then, and you hard to recoup.
Someone actually said that Wayne Bennett won't lose this game because they lost the week before.
Shane Webke. Shane Webke said it.
Yeah.
And Bennett wasn't even there.
So maybe they might lose this weekend.
Can only hope.
Let's hope Bennett's got the flu again. Gary.
Jack Bostock from the Dolphins.
I bet you that hurts to say.
He scored a hat-trick, 1 try assist, 4 line breaks, and 176 metres gained. Now, on saying that, it's really good, but I think the Cruel Girl Guides under 8s could have done something pretty similar. Parramatta will away from the second half.
You know, Jack Bostock was a former Dragons junior, so
Next.
he's he could hopefully we might be a replacement, get him back because he's pretty tall and he's good in the air.
Kenny.
They played good, but Parramatta didn't play.
Yeah,
So
that's right. Same as the Knights.
anyone could have been looked good.
I had a bet we all know I had a bet with Garfield last week. And, you know, he came in spruiking in the morning and, yeah, you know, I said, you beat us, but any decent team would have put 50 on us.
So what do you have to do?
Nothing.
He's going to buy a 6-pack.
He gets a couple of beers.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But I told him he only
that's a
gets them
bet.
if he comes in.
You did too.
Oh,
Catch 22.
Yeah,
Kenny.
it was, I'm going to give it to the, is it Trey Fuller? The young Dolphins fullback on debut.
Yes.
He played
I wouldn't say he's young. He's
27
yeah.
years old or something.
But he's only, trying to crack it. But
They had to...
good on him for sticking with it.
They had to get clearance to actually get him to play because he wasn't even
In the 30.
So
But he should be.
Yeah.
Should be on that
the
form.
way he played,
It's a good
yeah.
backup.
Oh yeah, and
Good on him for sticking with it.
so I'm going to give it to him, Trey Fuller.
Just on that game, Parramatta scored 2 tries by passing the ball. Second half, they done 1 out. All
Second
game.
half. Did
1
they
out,
do-
bang. 1 out, bang.
You sure?
They didn't pass it too much. They're too nagged.
Sean Lane scored
I
that
don't
first
even
try,
think
didn't
they-
he?
Yeah, I think it was just dummy half, wasn't it?
No,
You
Sean,
never
Lane,
know
when
Sean,
you-
Sean Lane got the first try from a pop pass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a crash over. So
He
They
does.
ran over Nicarima. Oh, the smallest bloke on the park. You know what I mean? Like,
Sean
that's what-
Lane knows how to find the line though.
yeah, he
Yeah.
That's what
He's good
Nelson, Big Nelson does. Who's the smallest one? Give me the ball.
But everyone's smaller than Nelson.
Yeah, no, you
They'll
missed
mean
that
small.
one, didn't you?
That's what he said.
Sean Lane knows how to find his way to the ball.
Oh. Poor Sean Lane. I like the bloke. I never used to until I, sort of read.
has he been hanging out with Trindle?
Was that Kenny or you?
No, it was
It
Corey.
was me.
2 funnies in one night.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what happens when you have a. That's what happens when you have a week off.
Has someone got a new love interest or something?
What's his name?
You seem to be glowing.
Oh, I know who it was. That lady that sent a Christine Vassallo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took her out for dinner last week.
On that note, we might take a short break and be back very shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. And it's usually time for the week that was with Elliot, but unfortunately, Elliot being the busy man he is this
Prior
week.
engagement.
Yeah, Triple M engagements and us running late. We have to do it without him this week. But
It's a week with us.
yeah, the week that was with
The crew.
us. So, jumping right into it. First game on Thursday night was the Roosters and Storm. The Roosters went down 18-12.
Featuring Pappenhausen's PP.
Yes.
That keeps coming up, though, doesn't it?
Are
I
you
don't
going to call
know.
me Pappenhausen later?
No, I'm not going to say anything.
No, just going to
Go
keep calling.
on.
No, she's just going to keep calling you the fish.
Oh, that's okay.
Fish.
You get some fish and chips, eh?
It's a hustle, fish and chops.
Yeah. Oh, I love the way they talk, eh? It's
Yeah.
awesome. Like Leo Thompson, when he seen that big sign we had last year that the kids had, and he goes, "Holy shit, boy, where'd you get that from?" Isn't it? Oh, let's
We'll
go.
go watch Once Were Warriors.
Yeah. But even the other day when he come up and he seen the new sign we had for him, the where he's flexing his muscle and it says "Unleash the Beast."
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother. And, like, just the way he, yeah, unreal guy.
The
Once
kids
Were Warriors,
song.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Give me some eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good movie. It was
the mus.
it was violent, but yeah.
No, it was a good movie.
But you wouldn't, yeah, what's
Jake
his
the
name?
Muss.
Taria, whatever his name is. You look at him now and you wouldn't think it's the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He's tiny.
Anyway, moving back to the Warriors and Storm game, 18-12.
Nelson Asafa Solomona entered the game in the 28th minute for his first NRL action of 2024. He had 9 runs and made 18 tackles in 33 minutes of game time. Well, it's
Yep.
not really his first NRL action.
He's still overweight.
For this season, possibly.
I'd still have him on my team.
Oh, he's still a good player, yeah. But
Excuse me.
No, he was
he was
playing.
involved in that incident too, wasn't he? Where he was.
Yeah, there wasn't much in that. Pushing him
I
out.
don't know why the coach was whinging about that.
He put
honestly.
like a featherweight on him. Like it was a touch.
Yeah,
It's not like he pushed
a
him
little,
long.
That was it. That was about it.
Oh, I'm going to fall over.
Yeah, no, well, that's all it was.
What I
was-
think happened was he was going to and he fought second thoughts
yeah,
and
then
pulled
he's like,
out.
Oh, hang on, yeah, shit, I can't push.
But I think,
It was Jennings, I think, in the back of
yeah, Robinson just tries to find anything to.
just
Like I said, the Daily Cherry Evans, you don't need a long neck to be a goose, and
yeah.
Robinson's one.
If it's anything against his team, he'll whinge about. But then when the same stuff happens to another team, he's I think the refs were fair. Okay, yeah.
Thank God, I get he's a good coach, but thank God we got rid of him from Newcastle. I like the
He does a
bloke.
lot of good things outside the game, but as a coach, he's...
Trent Robinson,
Yep.
was he really?
Yep.
Was he an assistant?
Yeah, assistant coach
When was that? What, the early days of
back when Gary was playing.
Gary? Gaz.
Yeah. I'll find out.
Say it like that. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Find out, but yeah, it was the lower grades. Might have been reserve grade assistant
yeah,
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I didn't even
Bit
know.
of trivia for you.
Yeah, didn't even.
You
Is
can.
that when Gary had beach blonde hair?
He used to look like
I
Sterling.
didn't even know Gaz.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
played reserve grade nights. Really?
No, not when he played football. then
When he was
did.
playing with
Yeah.
leather balls
Yeah.
Bare feet.
and sand. Going back to that, Nelson was playing for the North Sydney Bears prior to the
Yes, he
Storm
was.
this year.
Yeah. Bring him
He
back.
actually played. They played against Newcastle
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it was good to watch. Like,
Yeah.
Dean's like, is that Nelson? I'm like, nah. And then I'm like, oh, hang on a minute.
He had hair,
Yeah.
and like from a distance, I'm like, you couldn't notice. Like that, the big thing that give it away was obviously his
Height.
His height.
eyes, yeah,
but
yeah.
the leg tattoo.
Yeah,
and I'm like-
isn't it like a tribal?
Yeah, it's
But
halfway up the leg.
It stops, yeah, mid-thigh.
Yeah.
I'm like, it has to be. And it's like he had hair, like you're not used to it. And
So when Smitter goes to the games, he doesn't go for the footy. He looks for the tats.
yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
Shout out to Sazing.
No.
Yeah, moving on.
Storm hooker Harry Grant came up with 46 tackles.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that was the infamous trip from Tedesco that you weren't impressed with.
You were.
The PP trip.
I still haven't seen it.
We'll reenact
Sounds
it
like
later.
you did.
I was
We'll
kind
enlarge
of-
it for you.
Oh, Pappenhausen, didn't he? Didn't he sort of when it happened?
I can't remember, to be honest. I just seen
His
it.
eyes were fixated elsewhere.
Yeah.
Done a Gutherson, did he?
Oh,
Yeah, that's the YMCA.
And his old mate Moses,
Mm.
he does the same thing. Yeah.
But, yeah, it wasn't a bad game. I didn't mind it. Storm are hard to beat down there.
No, it was in Sydney.
Oh, it was too, sorry. Yeah.
Storm are hard to beat down
Yeah,
there.
you're right.
Yeah, and Joey Manu ran 347 metres in round 6. In this game, he only ran 103.
That's what I was going to say too, but that was
he
another.
playing centre though, wasn't he?
was.
Yeah.
That was another thing that caught my eye. It was the Storm, wasn't it, that stayed out the ground for
Yes.
ages after the game.
And Xavier gave his boots to
A young girl?
Yeah. Biggest fan.
So
Yes.
you're watching Leo and Tyson. I want your jersey.
Like, you're going to
No.
get dressed up as a little girl.
Porsche.
I don't care how okay it was a little girl if it means getting their jersey. I want to frame it and put them inside next to the Penrith stuff.
Frame it and put it on my pillow.
Move it. They are fish.
Yeah.
They are.
No, Leo.
There's
No.
the whole lot of them.
And then Clemmer crawls into bed too, like seriously.
Gonna need a bigger bed.
Don't forget Sione.
You can never forget Sione. I've got his jersey in a pride place.
Yeah.
Kyles, you are on the lounge tonight, I think.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. The Roosters went up pretty quickly, up the dressing sheds.
Yeah,
Home game. All the Storm players were out for, I reckon, a good hour after the
After the
Good on them.
signing autographs and that. So you know what? NRL clubs, take note of this shit because that's what the fans at Penrith are good for it too.
Yeah.
But that's what that's what gets your paycheck each week is these fans. So, and I'm sorry, Knights, that measly 15 minutes that they allow players to walk around the ground.
Yeah, that's pretty.
By the time they get from wherever they have to now, half the fans miss out.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't for Cogger the other day, and getting Leo saying about us up there, and Leo ran from one end of the ground to the other over to see us, we would have missed him.
Yeah.
You know, so and
15 minutes won't get you halfway around the ground anyway.
no, well that's the thing.
That's what all the little kids want. You know,
Yep.
a photo with their superstar. You know what I mean? Or their favourite player. Or an autograph. You know, or
100%.
yeah, and you see it all the time. You see, like, even when they do come around and you see the kids in the front there and they're, oh, can we have your jersey? Can we have your jersey? Oh, no. And they're like, no, we can't. We've got to pay for them.
I'll buy him.
And it's like, hang on, you're on 800,000 a year.
But a lot of them do
It's
give
only
away.
$100 jersey.
And
Like,
going back to that too, this is why I had to say about Tuttle, and no one brought it up in what caught my eye. Brian Tuttle went past a homeless bloke the other day. Seen he was homeless, bought him feed, sat and talked to him for ages, and
Yep.
yeah.
right.
Didn't record it. Didn't put anything on social media, but someone saw it and did it.
Yeah.
Read it on Sunday.
So you don't hear all the good stuff that
But
the
that-
players do.
That guy has just got the biggest heart. Like, I know he's a joker, but
But that's what you like in the game. That brings some great. You tell you what, I'm going to do my damnedest to get the bloke on the show. I want to do what I can, and we're going to get him on Zoom because that bloke is the type of bloke you want in your club. He reminds me a lot of Greg Marju too. Greg Marju's another funny character. And yeah, I know I'm getting off here, but I've thought Tuttle needed a mention for that. Good on you. That's
Penrith's down a bit further.
remember how we
Yeah.
have we're saying we have a little dragon moment of the week.
That was it.
That was it. To Brian Tuttle.
going back to the game, though, the
Yeah.
Storm and Roosters, maybe they were all Storm supporters. Because don't Roosters struggle to get a home crowd?
Apparently.
I don't think that
Who did
happened.
they say? They said it there, Mitchell or something. Was it? What's it like playing in front of 20,000 instead of 2?
But the whole thing is
I said it to Mitchell Pearce.
that's
That was years ago, but yeah.
I find that arrogant, really.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but how can one team stay out for ages and other teams go, oh no, we've got to get in for media commitments? To me, it just shows bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, you don't. And realistically, Adam O'Brien, he said, I haven't spoke to him. I haven't spoke to Jack about Jack Hetherington. He doesn't need to speak to anyone, really. Just him and the captain need to go, and they talk to the players later. The players can stay outside,
Yeah.
mingle with the crowd, then come in and he can address them. Off they go.
Off they
couple of weeks ago.
That was the chair.
A couple of weeks ago, I can't
pretty good
remember who was playing, but just say it was Roosters and Para. I don't know who it was. One lot went off, and a Parramatta kid come up, and the Roosters guy signed his shirt for him and that. Like, just because they're Storm players,
Yeah, you're right. I did say that too.
there's other kids that want their autographs as well.
Well, yeah.
You know, so leave them out there. Let them sign away.
A kid got a Roosters ball they were giving away, and some of the Storm players were signing. So it's not just your own team.
Exactly.
So it's like,
Bring back the 80s.
Yeah.
The kids used to just run on the field. Yeah, we just run on the field.
when it used to be
and
old,
some big kids too.
That'll be the, next
Alright.
weekend.
I'm not big.
Kids can run on the field.
Well, I'm
is that
going.
the next game?
I'm going. I'm
Yeah.
running.
Yeah, right.
but remember
Forest.
back in the day
Pugsley.
when it was Marathon Stadium, and it used to be old change rooms. Everyone used to wait outside
Outside
the
the change rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the players would be signing
Signing.
stuff as they go.
That's when they used to drive their own. Well, I think they still do, but yeah, they used to drive their own cars to the games. And
I reckon they had a few in the dungeon bar, mate, one back in the
how
day.
good was that?
Oh, I bet you've had a few in the dungeon. Anyway, speaking of dungeons, moving on. Dragons 30 over the Warriors 12. What an upset that was, to be honest.
Even Pugsley didn't pick that, did you?
Yeah.
No, I was very surprised. Like, I was obviously watching this from our man, but we were just sitting like going, I haven't seen this performance in a long time. Consistent. Like, it wasn't just 30 minutes or 40 minutes. It was 75, 80. Like, they just, I mean, they were behind backs against the wall in that first 20, but once that first 20-minute period come out, they were on fire. And it's the forwards are laying the platform, and the bench is playing well too. Like Jack the bedsheet, as you call him, made 150, 60 metres off the bench. You know, Blake Lawrie's making over 100 metres off the bench too, and the form of Jaden Sue, he's going to be playing Origin this year.
It's like you've been holding on to that all night because you need to take a breath right now.
Well, I haven't written it down; it's just in my head. So
He's a bit excited, eh?
I know.
practicing.
Bless him.
Do you want a drink?
you haven't seen me for a week, so I've got a lot to talk about.
We don't want to hear it.
Corresponding game. What about the game last year? I think the Warriors torched the Dragons
They did.
last year.
But-
They
Wollongong,
annihilated us.
Yeah,
And saying that,
it's a big difference.
the Warriors played like crap.
We made them play like crap.
Well, possibly,
is
yeah.
that
Yeah. But I will say, I thought Dallin still played well.
They pulled their hands down. That's what happened.
Do you reckon he scored a try at the end? Do you reckon?
Yeah,
I think
it
he
was.
put it down?
It was pretty close anyway. But he rarely has a bad game.
No. Hello.
Hello.
Well, going back to New Brown, I say that because I don't want to butcher his first name. He has now played at 5 clubs: Sharks, Bulldogs, Tigers, Knights and Dragons.
And he only just come off the plane from England, like
Yes.
24 hours.
Was it
Yeah.
Hull FC?
Yeah, so
With Tex Hoy.
yeah.
Busy boy.
Now, something must be going on over there because
Tex is gone,
Tex
too.
wanted to go too. So
Yeah, where's he going? He's gone to somewhere else now.
Yeah, over there somewhere.
has he gone to a different team? In Super
Yep.
League?
Yeah.
Right. That was the thing going around.
Probably Hull KR.
Wanted to come back to NRL.
It's Hull KR you left from, isn't it? Cause,
Yeah.
because Hull FC is where Jesse Sue plays.
yeah.
So.
Oh,
And
yeah.
going well too, Jesse.
Yeah.
I touched base with him here and there. And yeah.
Lockie Fitz is going well at Warrington too.
Scored his first try the other day. Anyway, sorry. Back on that.
Well, Aden Fanua-Blake made 233 metres from 24 runs.
I'm sorry, but every time I look at his name, I think of Aladdin, the cartoon with the.
Yeah, well, he was probably the only one that looked dangerous for him.
Mitch Barnett's 150th game.
It'll be a big one for him this week.
This week, is it?
Oh,
Or was it last week? Was
Last
it?
week.
But they're
That's
back home
great.
this week, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that should do something for him.
Anzac Day, yeah. They probably will.
Oh, yeah. Will they?
They should.
Maybe just a little banner.
Yeah, they should do something. Let him walk out in first.
They might not take away the whole Anzac Day thing.
Oh, yeah, because they will walk out. Yeah.
The game after.
Smokey for Origin.
He's looking like it, isn't he?
I'd have him on the bench for sure.
Well, you got a completely different new coach there now. You know what I mean? And he's looking for people
Form.
that are in form.
If
Not injured.
What he's gone back.
if he's true to his word, he's on the bench.
And
I'm
Wade,
not saying start him, put him on the bench.
He's got that
Imagine
spot
him
back
coming on after the first, 20
And,
minutes.
Who's the other fella? Zachy Lomax too. He's putting his hand up for us.
But I'll tell you what, Barney would bash him. Barney would, in Origin, Barney would just...
It reminds
Snap.
me of that. Was when Tarek
Yes.
made that run off the kickoff, and he said he just wanted to run as hard as he could and bend that Queensland line, and he did. He ran straight through the line and knocked a couple of players down, and
Barney would just... Barney's a special type of player. He's another one, pretty quiet, but when you get on the crosses that field, like Glamour, it's like a switch, just fires.
Yeah. He was pretty fiery for us.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
If we needed a big shot, he was the one that come up with it.
Okay, we've lost some
He
good
did that with
players.
an elbow.
We've lost some good players in
Only
the
against Penrith.
last few years.
It
Any,
was
do
against Penrith.
you reckon he was probably the biggest one we've lost?
Out of the forwards over the last couple of years. Yeah, him and Fitzgibbons. Yeah,
Fitzy, a lot of people didn't give Fitzy the credit he deserved.
deserves, yeah.
Sorry, back onto that.
Next one.
Oh.
I don't think Gary wants
Next
to talk
one
about
was a
this
good game, wasn't it?
It was good at half time for it.
Eels 16, Dolphins 44.
Yeah,
Repeat
what was
that again.
What was it, 8-4 at half time or 8-6?
8-4, and then they kicked a penalty goal to make it
Casey.
10-4.
In case you didn't hear that, Eels 16, Dolphins 44.
I didn't quite hear that.
Mate, even we didn't get smashed by that much.
Hey, we've got to play the Dolphins this week. Just
I'm not saying anything. We're playing Cowboys up there.
I've got
No,
a little
you should
thing
do
here
it.
when you finish mocking me.
yeah, goes.
No,
Over to
keep
you.
going.
No, you no.
No, I just want to sort of bring it in at the end.
This is the part where he goes, I quit, bye, see you later.
He's storing it all in his memory.
Domestic contract.
He's storing it all in his memory bank, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, but you know, I've got to give the Eels a little bit of a leeway here because they're missing their number one player.
Yeah.
We're missing our number one player, and we're going to find it hard.
Yeah.
Penrith were missing their number one player. Stepped up, but still, you could see there was a piece of the puzzle missing.
Yep.
So you've got to sort of give them a little bit of rope here.
Yeah. Like Brad Arthur said in the press conference, and to be honest with you, he's probably spot on. They gave up. Probably
Yeah.
They couldn't run.
within that 10 to 15 minutes of that second half. Yeah.
Yeah,
They just stood there and let them run around them.
Yeah.
He actually was quite scathing in his.
They shouldn't have.
Straightforward.
I don't know why they keep going up there and playing Queenslanders in their own territory.
Yeah.
Oh, good on them for-
Clever.
It's good to go up there, yeah.
good on them for taking the game.
Yeah, up there.
But
Take
yeah.
South up or the Storm
Someone
or
that's the same
Canberra.
as- yeah,
Remember,
Well-
imagine taking Canberra up there.
I think certain clubs are looking to take one game a year to
to regional
yeah,
areas.
and
yeah.
Penrith's come out today. I think it's to the next
It's
6
not too
years.
hot there, is it?
Next 6 years they're going to Mudgee.
Mudgee, isn't it? Yeah.
So good on them.
It's a different kind of.
Is it Mudgee or
Yeah,
is
I
it?
think
Yeah.
it was Mudgee. Yeah, isn't that where they got the beach?
No,
Mudgee
that's
Beach.
Wagga.
Wagga.
So it's Mudgee and Bathurst as well. I think they're keeping Bathurst.
Might be.
They keep
So,
Bathurst too.
but as long as it's
That's not really out, is it?
yeah, but the only thing is, I feel for your home members. If they take too many home games off you, is your membership going to drop?
Yeah.
Well, the Broncos don't need to worry then, do they?
No. See, because a lot
They
of
play Friday night.
yeah, that's
Hill
right.
Saturday night.
They've only got one Saturday night game. Everything else is Friday night.
Friday
It's
night.
a Saturday Arvo against the Titans.
It's unreal.
So that reminds me of a TV show that used to be called. Remember that thing called Friday Night Lights, the gridiron movie?
Yeah.
That's the Broncos.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah.
Friday night.
It was a good movie, though. But yeah, I'll give. Yeah,
What's his
Can I
name?
bring it out now?
yeah, you can now.
Okay. You did right. They played like crap. The difference was 28 points.
Well, that's what it says in the scoreline.
Yep. Bulldogs and Knights was 24 the difference. One try. Just hang on to it. Broncos and Raiders, the difference was 24. One try. They played the full 80 minutes. We only played 40 minutes and we only got one more try scored against us.
Yeah, that's because the Dolphins can't convert their tries.
Neither could we the first
Jermaine,
two.
Jermaine was off. He couldn't kick.
Yeah, that's
Dolphins missed. He missed what? How many converted?
They-
How have they
He-
scored
he-
8 tries?
He kicked four. He
kicked
three or four out of 8 or something.
that's very unusual for
And
So
some of
Jermaine
them,
if he-
Azarka.
Yeah.
and some of them he couldn't even get off the ground.
Yeah. So if he kicked all his goals, mate, it would have been.
But if we would have kicked our first two, that might have put the Dolphins down.
He kicked that.
What, fins down?
well, you want to put a dolphin down.
Yeah. They put them in
Gosh.
Kansas Tuna, don't they?
Oh, the fish
No, that's
that
John
Gary
West, mate.
rejects.
He Froze.
Come on, don't be harsh.
So what I'm
on
getting
them.
at is, yeah, they played shocking, but they only played half a game, and the other teams played the full 80 minutes, and we're only one try behind them.
Like
So
I
you're-
said, they can't convert.
So
Shut up.
you're only half an eel now, mate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poor Gary. Anyway, moving on. The Penny Panthers, 22 over West Tigers 6. West Tigers played pretty well.
I thought, they gave him.
Yeah, got
It wasn't. It,
told
wa-
that,
it,
yeah.
wasn't an
Was
easy
there a
performance.
Caesar moment? Apparently the ball hit his leg.
Leg, yeah.
And he
It
sees.
wasn't a
was,
knock on.
Who was next to him? He was going to pass the ball to...
Olam.
Was it? No.
Just-
There was someone quick next to him. He was going to take off, pass the ball to a quick fella,
Charlie Staines.
but they got... Yeah,
David
I think it
Clemmer?
might have been... No, he's not that quick. But it got called back.
Oh, Caesar, yeah.
So he
There
didn't.
was someone...
Yeah, it was a
Caesar
full
went to run with
They
it.
put a kick through,
Oh, was it?
and he stuck his foot out at his leg.
And they called it a
And
knock on.
Yeah, they called it a knock on. He picked it up clean.
Yeah.
He went to take off, but I think it was either Staines was next to him or Buller.
I think it was Staines. The
Staines,
full
I think it
Ferrari.
was, yeah. But all he had to do was, I don't know who was... I don't even think there was anyone in front of
See,
him.
this is where that
I think he was... All
They
he had to do
should've-
was just pop it to Staines.
he
And,
should have passed it to him, and then he ran and put it down
Yeah.
regardless,
Yeah.
and they got to check it.
So he didn't
Yeah.
seize the moment.
No, they got called back.
Oh,
The
right.
ref
Didn't
went, nah,
seize
knock
the
on.
moment?
No.
Called it a knock on.
Dab
And
your head, mate.
Caesar's, he's like...
It put a stain
not
on
getting
the
No.
on the play.
yeah.
Hail.
Yeah, no, I got it. I'm just...
Just think.
Don't hate the players, hate the refs.
Yeah, like it.
Actually, talking about refs, I think Ashley Klein's been stood down this week, or having a rest is what they've been called.
Ashley Klein. Should be
Yeah.
something, mate.
All of them should be stood down.
I'd have a go. I reckon I could do better.
The bunker.
I'd love it to see that
What?
you ref.
I'd be useless. Dean points at something and goes, "Oh, see
Do
that?
you
It's
reckon
right
you'd
in
be able
front
to
of
race?
us."
Do you
I'm
reckon you'd be
still
able
like,
to
no.
Do you reckon you'd be fit enough to actually go backwards and forwards down the
He's
field?
not fit enough to
I'm
run out in the
42,
middle.
drink alcohol, and I'm
42.
43.
You're about to turn 44.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Because I'm only a year behind you.
I'm 130 kilos and I drink beer. You reckon I could run?
You're not 130 kilos
could
anymore.
try.
Oh, not anymore, no.
Maybe
I'm
in
not.
the pants.
Yeah. In the Pappenhausen.
You need one of those little
I'll give it a
scooters.
go.
around
Hey, I still run around on the footy field, mate.
Yeah, I'd give it a go. Hey, I ran out in the field. I won a washing machine and dryer.
Yeah.
Only because you thought Gamble was watching.
He wasn't even at the club at the time.
You
Still.
probably even thought of at the time.
It was last year, you knucklehead. No, year before,
Or it
wasn't it?
might have been Sione or whoever was the flavour of the year.
Yeah, it's called a Westinghouse washing machine and dryer.
Was that kick for cash?
No, I don't.
No, it was.
There's footy jobbing in there, guys.
Could
Yeah,
you
it's-
imagine if they all wore mics? Smith is there.
No, I had another go too, and I got rorted.
Yeah, it was a wheelbarrow. Yeah,
Yeah, I
you had
won
to-
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they had the one where you got to do something and you had to catch a ball at the end and score a try.
Oh, yeah.
They ran out of balls, so I couldn't catch it.
I'm sure Pappenhausen would have given you one.
Did you go for captain's challenge?
No, I just tried to tackle this other bloke and steal it off him. Anyway, moving on.
One-on-one tackle.
Well, the Panthers have now won their past 11 daytime games.
Penrith showed some glimpses of back to,
We're playing Saturday night this week.
but you've got an inclusion. Probably the world's best player at the moment, and Nathan Cleary's
Is
back.
he back? Is he?
He's back.
It is, yep. I'll put him on ice for another week last week.
So, yeah, I think this whole Fisher Harris leaving could, awake the sleeping giant.
Yeah.
So this is like Moses Leota and everyone's had on Instagram this week. One last ride, and yeah, like that.
Your mum.
I love that.
Yeah, who's mum?
Your dad's mum.
I tell you what, they're gearing themselves up for it, aren't they? Like it's
Like, to be honest, I'm going to miss that. Moses Leota and Fisher Harris together. Like,
not only that, like as you said, one last ride. It has a good ring to it, doesn't it? Like for a four-peat.
we better just stop there and move on.
Now it's just like it's going to happen.
Get the
isn't it?
violin out.
So, but credit to Tigers, they played well in patches. Clemens, I think, starting to return to some good form.
Them and the Dogs, they're probably the most. Don't get me wrong, and the Dragons as well. They're probably on, you know what I mean. Same sort of thing as what we did last year. Sort of turn the
Tigers have improved a hell of a lot too, haven't
Tigers.
they?
And they'll only get better.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, same with the Dogs. The Dogs, they're starting to find their groove, mate. The Bulldogs.
As soon as Drew,
Getting a bit of bark,
I'm
aren't they?
telling you,
Yeah.
as soon as Drew Hutchison gets out of that number 7 position and Toby Sexton comes in,
I
He
don't
played. He
understand.
played well in reserve, Greg.
Yeah, it was on. It was on before the game.
Yeah.
They had it on Fox.
well,
Yeah.
Kurt Mann's
He
back
was
next
killing
week.
it.
Mm.
Yeah.
So even
Yeah.
Kurt Mann at 7 would be better than Drew Hutchison. I don't understand. Has he got nude photos of Siriato or something? He's got to have something because why he's
Him
still...
and the duck or something.
He's probably might be better coming off the bench,
Yeah.
playing that lock role.
Yeah,
And then
100%.
bring Toby Sexton in. Because they're a forward down now, isn't it? Old mate will come off with a MCL.
Yes. Yeah, at the start of the game.
And
And-
Fatola or something, what his name is.
You know, I just don't understand it. You got Toby Sexton reserve grade that's was brought to the club for that reason.
Yeah.
And then you got
He's got to be putting his hand up, surely.
you've got Kurt Mann that can play any position from 1 to 13, but you know he's a real decent half or 5'8", and you got really a forward playing that. It just doesn't. It
Get him.
doesn't add up to me.
Get him at the Knights, mate. Place with Jackson. Be a bit quicker and kicks goals.
Yeah, he does. No, so was
just-
Ponga.
Yeah, Ponga's been actually quite accurate. He's,
Oh,
He
100%,
hasn't
yeah.
missed a goal.
Yeah.
So I tell you who's been
That's
cricket.
another thing the Knights are going to miss is his goal kicking.
Well, apparently they've got Daryl Halligan in there, but apparently he's been working
Gagai.
with Ponga and Gagai.
Gagai's been kicking them from everywhere. But
And so
this is when we get to the Knights and do the team list. This is another thing. We'll get back to that. Moving on anyway, the Titans. This one was a bit of a...
hey, this was a good
Big
game.
shock.
It was
Big shock.
actually a pretty entertaining game, to be honest with
And
you.
did you think you'd hear those words and the Titans come out in one sentence? Entertaining?
Entertaining, yeah.
Well, the last
No,
couple of,
really, yeah.
the last couple of
were.
weeks, they've really been pushing teams to the limit. Like they pushed Canberra to Golden Point.
What
They
did I
pushed
say
Manly.
to you last week? I was backing the Titans for an Sorry, mate. I was backing the Titans for an upset. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Mate, they went down
We thought you were on
close.
coke.
I don't normally have
Yeah,
someone on
yeah.
the left-hand side here.
When it was 30-28, I was like, oh, yeah. And then
But,
Manly scored, but yeah.
That's where the old that's gold come into it as well.
Yeah.
So
But defence wins trophies, and letting in that many points is not screaming.
Bottom one.
Yeah.
Look at that bottom.
Yeah, well,
The bottom game.
but the Titans to me are still
Well, they're on the fringe. They've got a...
they're a club that I don't think is ever going to be a premiership winning threat. Not with the roster they have now. There's some good players there, but
Fafita returned last week, but you got
Yeah.
Tino out for
Well,
the
they've
year.
only just started the fire over the last 2 weeks, and they've both lost both of them games.
But
too, you know what I
Fafita's-
mean? Like,
Fafita's too hot and cold. You know, you want a player on that kind of money to fire every week, but he's not. And like you got a gun hooker. Like realistically, Randall's a good hooker,
yeah.
and he'll tackle everything bar the referee. I think a lot of it they're going to struggle now too with Jaden Campbell gone for a while.
And Tino
So how long
and
is it? Yeah, Tino's gone for the season.
Tino's gone for the season.
So there's two relatively of your bigger.
Gun sort
Yeah.
of players. Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I still think the Titans are going to get the spoon. Manly are good, but once again, they're another team that's hot and cold.
Well,
You
to
know?
be honest with you, Manly really should have gone up there, and
And nailed
they
it.
should have wiped the Titans clean. Like they should have. Yeah.
Look, realistically, that knock on, that wasn't called a knock on against Penrith, that gets called a knock on. The whole game turns, and they probably lose that.
Yeah.
So, Manly are going good, but to me, they're still not premiership contenders.
but are the Titans their bogey side? I know Manly won, but it says here the Titans have scored 100 points in their last 3 games against the Sea Eagles.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's one of the Knights' bogey teams, isn't it? Titans and Cowboys, really.
Well, we seem to struggle to.
Titans, Cowboys, Bulldogs.
But we're not. I don't
Anyone?
think we.
No,
Anyone that
I'm
plays
kidding.
No,
No,
Dragons.
you'll
We
probably
beat the
be-
Dragons.
well, you have recently, but
Yeah.
the record hasn't been, especially at home.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Anyone else got something to say on that?
Gary?
Nope.
Moving on to the the Broncos 34-10 over the Raiders.
Hard to beat this year, the Broncos.
I
Yeah.
thought the Raiders would have. When Jamal go down? What?
Pretty early.
Pretty early.
Yeah, it
Mm.
was
So
just,
when you lose your halfback, your whole everything's
it's
gone.
gone. Yeah,
Felt sorry for the fullback, the young Chevy.
I think
Oh,
copped
yeah.
if Fogarty was still there, I think it'd been a different game.
Would have been a
For
lot
sure.
closer at least.
There was a lot of mistakes by the Raiders.
Yeah,
They're not great in wet weather football. It was raining.
It's fogging
I
down
just-
too, wasn't it?
Want to know where the old Garfield Ginger Cat is? I know he's playing reserve, Craig, but why?
Bulls, bro.
Might be making a
Yeah,
comeback.
well, he's had a few problems this
Oh,
week.
okay.
Something about a knee or.
Well, he played reserve grade last week. Yeah,
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
right.
Out at I forget where it was, but yeah, he played reserve grade.
Yeah, from-
You know what? It'd be a different result if most of Broncos' games were elsewhere.
Or played during the day.
Yeah, why
seem
do
to
they
be
get?
playing a lot of night games?
Why do they get special treatment?
I don't know.
Because apparently they bring in ratings and this and that.
So we bring bums on seats,
Yeah,
but does it mean that we?
Brisbane people. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
know
get
they've got a
Thursday
lot of
nights.
supporters, But like,
I think we're, you
I'm
know,
not turning the game on because it's a Broncos.
Hmm.
I'm just watching the game.
Good
because
footy.
Footy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's,
and the thing is too. Okay, the Knights, we're our own worst enemy, the supporters, because I think the NRL will know. Even if it's 12 o'clock Monday night, they'll still get a packed stadium.
Yeah, but wouldn't the Broncos?
yeah.
If they're that passionate?
Ratings.
I don't know how many did they get on Saturday night? How many did they get there?
Oh, there was a lot.
That was
30
it,
something thousand.
Oh, was it?
But you got to ask
Yeah.
yourself, okay,
They got 40,000 when they played the Dolphins, didn't they?
yeah, but how many are free tickets?
Yeah.
It's like their
many they
their
give
memberships. Their memberships are they'll.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
how
it's-
many members they got? They're over 30,000, aren't they?
Something like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
but what they doing something about dogs and
Oh,
cats
pet
and
memberships.
pet memberships. So a lot of them's pet memberships. So, like Corey could have for himself and his gerbil, both a membership.
How do you get the gerbils in the gate?
Smuggles them in.
How?
Wouldn't you like that, Gaz?
In a
I'm
concealed
asking.
in a
Let's just say-
concealed compartment.
Let's just say he walks funny.
Let's just say he,
Imagine if the poor bastards have to get strip searched every.
let's just say he doesn't get patted down by security.
Pants down and spread them.
Anyway, you got to give Broncos credit
Yeah.
where credit's due.
I'm a big fan of Jordan Ricky. I like
Yeah,
watching
he's a
Jordan
good
Ricky
player,
play.
eh?
To be honest, another Kiwi. But
That Hetherington, is it Code?
Kobe.
Kobe, oh, he hits hard.
Yeah, yeah, doesn't he?
But there's another one that take my hat off too. Another Kiwi too. That's a good bloke. Like our son was in the club. What's it called?
Cambridge?
King Street
King Street. Oh,
Hotel.
they're all the same to me.
after the Broncos game last year with the Knights.
Yeah.
Was it last year? Year before?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, well, last year or the year before. And Jordan Ricky, Katoni Staggs, and
Payne
Payne House. Was there one more?
Not sure. There's a photo.
While they're drinking with him
Yeah, right. Yeah.
and buying our son and his mates drinks or not. Like, just nice, really not causing any drama, just
Yeah.
having good fun. Playing pool with him, and they went to get him a drink, and I think it was Jordan Ricky said, "No, put your money away."
Yeah, right.
I hope Braden's toes were covered.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I was just going
that,
to say, Katoni Staggs over on the dance floor looking at the feet.
Yeah,
He apparently likes the stilettos.
He was a bit telly that night. But no, good on him. So that's the stories you don't hear of, but you know, like Jordan didn't know him from a bar of soap and just started playing pool with him. They did, and you know, obviously our boy and his mates knew who they were, and they went to buy him a drink, and then Jordan said, "No, put your money away." You know, and
Yeah.
so good on him. You know, good on him. Yeah, moving on anyway.
Are you sure?
The Chihuahuas 36 over the Knights 12.
Hey, chihuahuas are vicious animals.
Apparently.
No, I'll
At
give
36-12 they were.
credit where credit's due.
I'm just
they're
glad-
playing. They're, like, to be honest with you, they're playing better football than what we are. So
100%. But I'm glad Kurt Mann didn't play.
Yeah, so probably would have been more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he would have had a point to prove as well.
Well, yeah.
But I will say one thing, and I've said it, and I don't care what anyone says, right? Because I'm passionate about my club. I have been since the first game ever kicked off against Parramatta that I went to. It's about time some of the players realise that emblem on your chest is not a right. It's an honour. And if I think some of them need to take a good hard look at themselves and maybe have a listen to some of the fans. Maybe they all need to be sat down and some of the fans go in and tell them what that club means to them.
I don't know, or a video, something. I don't know, just to let them know. You know what I mean? They've got a whole freaking town behind them.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like,
But that's the problem. They know we'll all turn up.
Yeah.
Is it expectation this year, considering what they did off the back of last year?
See, I don't
Or they're
care.
Trying to, are they
Oh,
trying
don't get
too
me
hard?
wrong. I don't want to lose. But if we lose by 30 or so, but they've tried their backside out, happy days.
The other team was better than them.
But if they don't try and you can see there's some lackadaisy bullshit, that's when I get
I get
pissed.
frustrated. And like, to be honest,
Yeah,
with you,
it's-
in
yeah.
that game, straight up, the ruck, they'll play the ball. Now the Bulldogs were playing the ball a lot faster than what we were. They were getting to their feet a lot faster than what we were. We were slow. We looked lethargic.
But the same thing happened in New South Wales Cup.
Yeah, the ball would just go up. No one was contesting the ball. The ball would go up. They'd just catch it, bang, and we're just waiting for them. Basically, hang on, they catch it, caught it. Yep, all right, we'll tackle him.
Yep.
Hang on, if you're there, contest it.
100%.
If you're there, if you're near the ball and you've got an opportunity to contest the ball, contest it.
If not, hand your jersey over to someone that will.
Will, that's right.
100%.
It was frustrating. It
Remember,
just- the Bulldogs are running a lot harder. They were running faster, harder, stronger than what we were. We were getting the ball and we weren't even bending the line.
No.
So most of the tackles were getting pushed back. We just
well, the Knights were giving them space, lots of space to run.
Run, yeah.
And I remember I was yelling at the TV, and he was pretty quiet because he was cranky. But fun fact, the Bulldogs defeated the Knights at a core stadium for the first time since 2014.
Oh, you're kidding.
Did we have
Yeah, right.
too much of a mentality of 66-0 from last year?
Oh,
And then
it
the
was-
return leg was like
And the
30
commentators
something
were
nil
talking
too.
about it too. Oh, Newcastle won.
But like, I'll excuse KP here because he wasn't well, so to speak. But when they passed it to him on the last, and he was in Disneyland. Like, it was just the whole team was just not right.
Yeah, he
Right,
wasn't.
no, there
he
was
wasn't
something
expecting
going,
it,
yeah.
wasn't
But
he?
New South Wales Cup was, pardon the French, dog shit too.
Yeah,
So what's going on?
yeah. It was compared to the game before, where we actually we played a lot. At least we had a bit of a dig, but
And I don't bag players. You know, I don't bag players like, but we're a team. It's a team effort. But there's some there that need to have a good hard look at themselves.
yeah.
I'm
I'm going to stand by this. Their fitness is their biggest downfall.
I think so too.
They just didn't look fit on the weekend, did they? They didn't look like a team that had been fitnessized. I don't know. They just didn't. They were moving up, but Canterbury were getting the ball. They run up, play the ball, getting the quick play the balls. Mate, Newcastle was still turning around, running back.
Does this go back
Like,
to?
they're playing the ball, Newcastle's, and then they get back to the ref, turn around. Oh, you know what I mean? And the Bulldogs are
Excuse
there.
me.
They were there.
Yes.
Does this go back to whether contracts should be such and such, and performance-based bonuses?
Yeah. So it's a base salary, like any job, like most jobs.
Yeah.
A base salary and then performance-based bonuses.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
So you run 150 metres this game. Okay, we'll give you a special bonus.
Yep.
You make you made 30 or you made 31 tackles last week. You make an extra 10 this week. We'll give you a
Well, there's
bonus.
some out there that you can see are really trying, but it's just not working.
Yeah.
But then there's others there that I don't know if it's a confidence thing or what it is, but they're just not. It's like they don't want to be there. I don't know. I
It
don't know
is,
if that's the
but-
word, but
If they turn up on the weekend and show the same sort of crap, it's not going to be good because I'm telling you, the Dolphins will rip them apart.
shout out to Little Dragon. Can you send me another couple of cartons, please?
The other thing that you said earlier when they got when they beat them 66-0 or whatever it was, that was last year.
That's right.
Yeah.
They got new players.
100%.
Every game's a different
The
game.
Bulldogs are a total different team this year.
Yep.
Well, they were.
Billy Ahmed Kickow has awoken.
Well, he wasn't play. He didn't play last week.
But even
He
last
was
year
injured.
when we didn't play him, but last year he was dog shit too, really.
Yeah.
And now something's awoken in Villiamu, and he's the old Villiamu.
Yeah.
Crichton.
Look at the players they got.
Crichton, yeah, there you go.
Crichton,
Crichton.
Crichton,
What's going on?
Connor Tracy, and Sherry's back, and how good's he going?
But they're playing for each other. They're playing for their coach. They're playing for each other.
You just hit the nail on the head. They're playing for each other. We're not.
What's going on at the Knights, though, for Hastings and Kai Pearce-Paul to punch on at training?
Will Price. And
Will Price, sorry.
apparently,
Same
allegedly,
Sorry.
Will Price and Hastings had a scuffle at training.
Well, see, Hastings was in a bit of a Barney the other day on Sunday too. I don't know who he was up against, but
When was this?
Last week?
Last week we heard it before the game. That's what I said, allegedly, because it's,
You don't know. Well, nothing's come out of it. But yeah,
Might have covered it up.
But what's going on? Is it frustration?
Yeah. Well, like I know,
Take
like
it,
what
the
Adam
players.
O'Brien said at the press conference. You know what I mean? They've got a lot of expectation on the team this year because of what happened last year.
But so does Penrith.
Yeah, just play.
Yeah.
It's a new team.
So does
You know what I mean?
every club's really got
maybe,
expect.
maybe they might need to go back to their grassroots. Maybe. You know what I mean?
Maybe they need to
Bring
get.
back a few of those old boys. Bring them back in. Give a bit of grassroots football. Go out and see the junior clubs. Go out and do some junior football. See how the junior kids love their rugby league, and see if that inspires them to do anything. Or
Well, even like you
inspires them
said,
to do
because
something.
none of them are Newcastle born and bred though.
No, but still.
But the
that's-
club,
where
the
do-
club
where do
needs
you-
to do like a video, like you said, where I'm Kenny from Raymond Terrace, and I
Still candy from the block.
and I when you guys run out, you tell your story.
Oh yeah, I get goosebumps. Jackie
you would.
films me nearly every time, mate. I'm crying, goosebumps, rubbing me legs, like.
Oh, I'm glad you said legs.
You know what I mean? Like,
Why do I always
So you
get
can
looked
say
at when
no.
there's rubbing
Oh.
involved? Seriously.
I wasn't going there.
Well, you're looking at me
But you
funny.
know what I mean? Like, I'm not bagging any of the players out, unless, like we said, we'll report stuff that we hear, whether it's true or not, like we said, allegedly, because you don't know. But what we're getting at is there frustration in the crew, in the camp?
Unrest.
There would be. You know what I mean? The expectations are high. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you can see it.
I sort of don't take that, but because you get Penrith, you get
You can't compare.
drag queens, and there's expectation on them too from their fans, and they're performing. So there's something not right.
They've got to go back to
But-
enjoying their football, enjoying
Unfortunately,
their rugby
this is-
league, and falling in love with rugby league again, and not expecting to go out there and go, if we do this, we do that, we'll score. No, just
And I think a lot
play
of
footy,
expectation
Enjoy
and,
your
and
football and play football.
a lot of weight was on KP.
Yeah.
And now he's gone. It's like, oh shit, what do we do?
Yeah.
See, I said it before he even got injured. We rely on him too much.
We used to be like that,
Excuse me.
but we learned not to be.
But we need to learn for our halves. And this is nothing on our halves. I go back to the coaches because this is why it was coached probably. KP has some, but their halves do as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because unfortunately, when we got KP, the defence knows it's all going to KP.
It was a bit similar, something like this 20 years ago.
Andrew Johns.
Andrew Johns.
A little bit more you can expect that because he's your half.
Half, yeah.
But-
But like, to be honest with you, it was pretty even there. You know what I mean? I think we lost without Johnsy. I think we lost the same amount of games as what we won with him.
Okay. So
You
when-
know what I mean? Like, it was pretty even. Like, I think there might have been one season there that he was out, that we lost the majority of our games. But the next season when he wasn't, you know what I mean? Like,
So is this
like
gonna
that
work?
2001, that premiership season, he was out for like 5 games or 6 games. We won 4 of them.
is this
You know
going
what I
to
mean? So
this bad situation that we're in at the moment because of KP? Is this now going to work in our favour?
well, you never know.
We've got players that need to stand up.
We just need some spark.
You know what? I tell you what, I'll
That's
throw
what
it
we're
out there.
lacking. We're lacking someone with individual spark that can just.
Gamble gets some confidence back, starts running the ball at the line. Things will change, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon he's down on confidence.
What did I say to you at the start of that game, though, when they started and KP started limping from the get-go? I said, they're going to target him. You watch
they did.
him. They targeted him.
Even when
they
he was-
squashed him. They did whatever they could.
It was-
It's like
He-
when that ball went,
he got-
that ball, he was
Shielding over the-
shepherding that ball when it went dead. No mate's come through, bang,
Scored.
scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, but old mate, KP got the ball in goal and grounded it. And old mate, rather than coming through and just going like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
just
bang.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Was
I
it
said,
Josh
"God."
Curran?
Yeah, probably.
could have
yeah,
been. I
he
said-
did it a few times.
I said-
yeah.
That was, he could just put his hand on it. It's a tackle, like,
No, they're deliberately doing it to
Yeah,
try and...
absolutely.
Yeah, no,
And I was,
this,
you know-
This will make him sore, you know what I mean?
If
Off on
I'm-
the hip, bang.
If I'm Villiamy or I'm the coach, well, that's what you do. I understand that,
Yeah.
but
It's horrible.
there's
Coach.
but there's doing that, and then there's what I think they went that little bit too far. But like when he was on the ground,
Why do you
Sorry.
want to take a player out?
Yeah, and they sit there and kiss and cuddle and shake hands at the end of it.
Mm.
You know, when you're out there,
I don't know about your
Yeah.
players, but our players don't kiss and cuddle.
don't they? You're in the wrong
Yeah,
place.
sorry about driving my shoulder into your sore hip or your sore arm, mate. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the season.
Who was it that Crichton helped up over the try line?
That was Ponga.
Ponga.
Was it?
Yeah.
I remember saying to Dean, that was nice of him. Like, he
Yeah.
kind of pushed a player out of the way to get to Ponga.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
you sort of expect that from Critter.
yeah.
Like
He's
he's
that type of player.
yeah. There's good players in the league that a lot of kids need to
And
have a
be
look
honest
at.
with you, I think in that incident, that's when he done his foot. When
Yeah.
he slipped in the in goal, he tried to step.
Yeah, yeah,
around him.
yes.
I reckon that's when he's done his foot.
Yeah.
And to me, also when Critter helped him up, that showed a lot of respect that
Yeah.
Critter had towards. You know.
Towards, yeah.
So good on him. Anyway,
Good bloke.
moving on. The Sharks got over the line a few times in this game.
Cowboys stink.
So Trindle did.
He celebrated a bit too hard.
He was on a high for a long time.
Not now, he's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
42
why
over Cowboys
He was
6.
doing the 10 metre line, the 20 metre, the 30, 40 and the 50.
So is he get,
Straight to jail.
we'll
Kidding.
play Monopoly.
Ordinary for Cowboys.
Yeah.
Don't know what
What's
to make of
going
them at
on?
the moment.
Cowboys are,
I'm scared now.
Even we beat them.
yeah, but
Yeah, but like they're
That's a good form guide, isn't it?
yeah.
that's what
So there is hope.
we didn't beat them.
No, it's only a point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Sharks are,
Were good.
yeah, it was Nico Hines was played again when the Tigers beat the Sharks.
With Nico playing.
Nico Hines still got 6 Daily M points.
Did he get 6 this week?
I didn't see it, but
Oh, no.
when they played the Tigers and they lost, he got 6 Daily M points.
Mate, he kicked the ball out in the full like 4 times.
So this is where I go, and this
What
pisses
judges
me
was
right off.
watching
I'm
that?
sorry. The Daily M's are rigged.
Yeah.
It has to be when he gets 6 points on a beating side.
But he had a shocking game.
That's right.
He
So
was-
you tell me, how does that work?
Wait, so are they only rigged for this year or last
I
year
don't know, but I
too?
know who's leading the Dally M's right
Don't know
now.
last year.
Zucky Lama.
Not for long.
Shut up, Corey. Edwards is coming.
And so is Villiamy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dylan Edwards. Well, there you go. Dylan Edwards plays great every game.
Yeah, he
Let's
does.
be honest.
He plays his hair off.
Like, I'd like to be honest with you, I think he's underrated. He doesn't he doesn't get the recognition that he
Dylan
deserves.
Edwards?
Yeah, no.
He makes the hair on your head stand up.
Yeah, even when he won the Clive Churchill on the grand final, like they didn't even like everyone else was still like they had the crowd. I think when he walked through the crowd. And all the crowd was still just talking, talking amongst themselves, and he's looking around, expecting to give high fives, and
His teammates were elsewhere.
Oh, I
well,
think,
yeah.
to be
They weren't
honest-
even like they were in the back, like
This
laughing
is a-
and giggling and
this is a
carrying on,
big
and it's
call,
like, mate,
but-
he's just like won the Clive Churchill. He was probably the best player on field.
This is a hard call, but I'm drawn between if I had to pick any fullback in the NRL, I'm telling you, I'd be on par with 2 fullbacks, obviously Ponga and Dylan Edwards. I rate him that high. I know they're 2 different type of players.
Oh, completely different.
Like, you know, Ponga's an attacking fullback, you know. Dylan Edwards will start doing that too, but Dylan Edwards
He
just
does the
he's in everything.
1%ers, mate.
100%.
He does those 1%ers.
And you have a
every
look at his run meters. He can kick goals.
Yeah.
Like the bloke's an absolute. Do you remember when we were trying to sign him?
day.
No.
Really?
Was that in your head, like
No.
Fisher Harris and the others? Oh, Scott Sorensen?
We were rumoured that we were going to sign him. Yeah,
When was that?
Then you woke
Like,
him up.
quite a few years back
what,
now.
before KP or
Yes.
yeah, right. Yeah, wow. Because where's he from? He's from
His mum.
No, his dad actually started
Mum
there.
did the hard work.
Dad
we-
put him in his mum.
The few
Is this what time
bus
is it? Is
trips
it a family show yet? Or?
that were going on, the special Penrith one. What's his name? His cousin comes with us all the time.
Kevin
Kevin.
Cadman.
Yeah, that could be him.
Yeah.
He comes with us all the time on the trips. Yeah.
Yeah.
I rate the bloke, and if he's not the New South Wales fullback this year, it's rigged.
No,
I don't
it's not.
care about but Teddy's the incumbent captain. So what? You've got to earn that captaincy.
Yeah.
That's not a right.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want Edwards to make Origin for 2 reasons. One,
Hell
You don't want
yeah!
any Penrith to
no,
make
I don't.
Origin.
Leave them the hell alone. It's not that hard.
You're choking on a verbal there.
But I don't want him to get injured and have a crappy Origin and people go, oh, it's those bloody Penrith influence. They're crap. And 2, I forget what I was going to say now because
You just don't want to get hurt.
I emphasised point 1. What was point 2?
He choked on a verbal. But no, I honestly, he wants to play Origin like it's a personal achievement. He deserves it. He'll be good at it.
Well,
And
he
okay,
played with the bloody Kangaroos before he played Origin.
on the wing
On
too,
the
but
wing, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's weird.
it was a Sione for you.
yeah,
So to
yeah,
speak.
yeah. He played. Yeah, he played for the. Yeah, a couple of years. 10 years ago now, isn't it? Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
And it
wasn't
was only his. What was it? It was only his second year in
First grade.
First grade. Yeah.
it? You reckon we'll ever see him back in the red and blue?
Oh,
Maybe as a
might
trainer.
be a bit of inspiration that we need at the moment.
Might be as a
Back.
defensive coach.
Back in the red and blue.
Sione.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. How did we jump from Edwards to
Oh,
Sione?
it was,
That conversation
behind.
escalated quickly.
This show is now called
We'll
Man
just sit here in the
Crushers.
back seat.
Yeah, we'll just.
no, because it went from
Sharks
him being
42,
young. Anyway.
Cowboys 6.
So who do you think's going to be in the Blues fullback?
It's got to be Dylan Edwards.
Yeah.
I reckon
Has
it
to
could
be.
Bill. Unless Teddy can do something absolutely, off the planet.
Oh, mate, he's. Well, don't get me wrong, he's playing good football, but so is Edwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's gotta be
So
Edwards.
Why not?
If it's not him, well, the whole pick on form's a lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Teddy's not playing anywhere near he should be.
Yeah. to what
Let's,
he
let's be
normally
honest. In the form, you put Teddy and Edwards form together. One's playing like gold. The other one's playing like dog shit.
Dog shit, yeah.
Goes with the team around him, though.
Don't matter.
But Edwards, even when Cleary's there,
Mm.
I don't think he changes. He's
And South's won because they had a
Yeah,
bye.
they got their 2 points.
Well done, the Bunnies.
Well, Will Kennedy was rewarded the Paul Green Medal for a
Yes.
performance which included a try, 137 run metres, and 7 tackle breaks.
he
Just-
played pretty good actually.
That would
Yeah.
that'd be an honour of a thing to it.
Oh yeah,
So does-
Paul Green medal.
Yeah, it would
Speaking of medals, I've seen that white people putting all their memorabilia up that they had.
Yeah.
I put my little Caleb
Keeping your
Ponga
weight.
Danny Medeiros medal.
Yeah,
I had a few people trying to buy it off me.
yeah, right.
Nah, not gonna happen. That's what the once in a lifetime thing. I'll never do that
100%.
again.
Get another one of
Yeah,
those.
that's
So,
true.
Not enough money.
No, like things like that, like all the players' jerseys that we got, that I'd never sell them. They're worth to me more than money can buy.
Right, yeah.
If it was, like a family member or someone close by that was struggling, needed, I would. But
I've got 2 significant jerseys at home that are probably going to end up getting framed, and that's one from the Chief,
yes,
and that's one from a little fella that KP signed.
Yeah.
And he's because we're at the Junction Hotel in Raymond Terrace, and he was doing his Goosey beer support.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I just put it to him. I said, "Oh, this is the little fella's jersey." I said, "Mate, you got to write something special on there, mate, and sign it." And he's like, "Oh," sort of put him on the spot. He's like, "Oh," and ended up writing on it from one Kalen to another.
Ah,
Oh,
All the
nice.
best, mate.
Nice,
So
yeah.
so
oh,
I got
nice.
that framed, and I got my Chief jersey, my old Heritage Chief jersey that's signed, and he's written on it in big capital letters "Up the Knights," and he's signed it and everything.
See, I still remember
So
the.
things that'll never.
I'll never
you
sell
get
that stuff.
rid of it. No,
Like, even that night in Penrith when we got absolutely annihilated, still remember it like it was yesterday. Sione came out and gave me his jersey, and
Yeah.
that'll, things like that you remember
Yeah.
forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
When Leo gives me his this year,
Don't Take note.
I might have to get some tickets in this Bay Area too, and I'll need a jersey.
Yeah.
Like Schmidt for
I just want two. That's
Yeah.
Oh, hang on,
I'd love the players. So that'd
make
be
it
awesome.
free. Make
No,
it free. I wouldn't mind Marja too.
Yeah,
Wouldn't mind
Greggy.
his.
No, Greggy.
But anyway, all right, guys, we're going to take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. It's time for a bit of humour. And here we go, the crazy ladies' jokes of the week.
Stan goes out into his backyard and is shocked to see a gorilla in one of the trees. He runs back inside and calls animal control. 20 minutes later, an animal control officer shows up and sees that it's true. He thinks for a while, then goes back to his truck and returns with a baseball bat, a German Shepherd, a pair of handcuffs and a shotgun. He tells Stan, "Here's what we're going to do. I'll take this here bat, climb up there and knock him out of the tree." Stan says, "Okay, but then what?" The officer says, "When he hits the ground, Brutus here is going to go for his little pappy." Stan says, "Okay, but then what?" The officer says, "Well, then he tries to cover them with his hands. You slap on these handcuffs." Stan agrees and the officer starts climbing. Stan yells up to him, "Hey, what's the shotgun for?" The officer replies, "Oh, right. If by some chance I fall out of the tree, shoot Brutus."
I was still taken back by the little puppy.
I had to change that word because I didn't know if it was appropriate.
Oh, well, you did well.
Little PB.
Yeah, Pappy's little PP.
Poor
One
Pappy.
You got another one?
Yes.
Here we go.
A man goes to a pet shop and buys a talking parrot. He takes the parrot home and tries to teach the parrot how to say a few things. But instead, the parrot just swears at him. After a few hours of this, the man finally gets fed up and throws the parrot into the freezer to teach it a lesson. He hears the parrot squawking and kicking for a few minutes, but then all goes quiet. The man opens the freezer up. The parrot calmly steps out onto the man's outstretched arm and says, "I believe I may have offended you with my rude language and actions. I'll endeavour to correct my behaviour." The man is astounded. As he's about to ask the parrot what's caused this sudden change in attitude, the parrot continues, "May I ask what the turkey did?"
I like that one.
Finish it off with a good one, eh? So is that it for you for the night?
It is, yes.
The Panthers got this week?
The Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Up there.
And good luck with that.
What is it, during the day? No, it's Sunday.
No.
night, isn't it?
A big good
Yeah.
game up there, but Elliot will be calling that one. So,
Nice.
Yeah, the Cowboys are, I don't know, they're hot and cold.
They're coming off a big
Cleary's
loss.
back.
Yeah, have they
Cleary's back.
haven't lost the
Back
game
again.
at Townsville this year, have they?
Not sure. But Cleary's back.
They're about to. I'm trying to sound confident.
Yeah.
With Cleary back, I think they'll do 'em. I think.
Is he the best player since Andrew Johns, you think?
Oh, he'd be close, mate. I'm telling you. He'd be
He's only young
very,
too.
Very close.
Yeah, so, all right. Thanks, and catch you next week, and have a good ANZAC weekend.
With you, for sure.
Well, of course you will. Anyway, on that note, we'll take a short break and see you shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's that time of night again. It's time for Talking Schmidt. And caller number one, who we got there?
We got Phil from Sydney.
Hey, buddy, how are you, mate?
Good, man. How you doing?
Mate, can't complain. Yeah, having a good night here. But what's your question for us,
Good to hear.
mate?
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering with the way Para played last week and with all the retention issues that we're having, what's going to happen with Mark O'Neill and ultimately Brad Arthur?
Oh, we've got Gary, the Parramatta expert, on the panel tonight, so we'll let you answer that one first, Gaz.
How you going, Phil?
Good, Barry. How are you, man?
Gary?
Or Gary, I should say.
You got it right.
Ah, you call him what you want, we do.
Don't call me late for lunch.
Late for lunch.
I think Brad's got to sort of have a look at the game. The second half, all they done was take it one up. You can't win games doing one up. And
No.
we discussed last week, the coach does a little bit, but it's a 17 that take the field that have got to shine. I don't know why they keep picking Queensland players to play in Darwin. It's
Yeah, that's been something that I've spoken to a number of my para friends on Facebook about. The same thing. Why do they keep playing the games up there against teams that play up in the north of north of Queensland and up in Queensland directly? It just doesn't make any sense.
I reckon they should take the Storm or Canberra. Canberra would be good.
Yeah, those two teams, and the two teams that are down further south, exactly. Or go up earlier and climatise. Either way, it doesn't make any difference. They're still playing teams that shouldn't be playing up there, which they're an unfair advantage straight away.
Is this para time podcast now? Is it?
Yes.
I'm wondering, what's your take on how they're going to move Guffo to 5'8"?
Well, he's proven. It's shown straight away that he hasn't got a lot. He's had knee injuries for years, knee problems for years. Obviously, from coming back from ACL twice now. He's had issues where he's had little niggling. I think he had a meniscus tear last year. In one of at the end of the year, I think it was the last game of the year, and it's just like he's not he's not one of the fastest fullbacks nowhere in the world.
But the thing is, moving to 5'8", he's still going to have a lot of tackling. He's going to a lot of running.
Yeah,
I don't think that's.
I think more centre would be better for him, but
possibly, yeah.
And there is talk if they bring Blaise Talagi, are they going to make Blaise Talagi the long-term fullback moving forward? And they do keep Guffo for the next couple of years of his contract until he sort of finishes up. I think centre is probably a better position than 5'8".
100%. 5'8's not this.
Because 5'8", you got to be like you look at Dylan Brown, like he is a running 5'8". He's not an organised halfback. He's a running 5'8".
Don't get me wrong, Guffo's a good player, but I just don't think he has the ball skills to be the 5'8" that you need.
Yeah.
No. He knows how to throw a pass, no doubt.
Oh, great player.
But he can't. His running game. He's struggling because of his knees.
It's just not the position for him. So, Guffo's a fullback or a centre.
Yeah, exactly. I think centre's more.
Anyway, mate, hopefully that answered your question for you and you enjoy the rest of the show. And you are in the draw to be our caller of the week. And
awesome.
If you become the caller of the week, you then go into the draw to win a $250 tattoo voucher thanks to Sayers Inc. or $150 cash thanks to Nighttime Podcast.
Sounds awesome.
And are you coming up for the Parramatta Knights game up here?
When's that on? Is it in a couple of weeks, isn't it?
Saturday.
June 20.
Oh, okay.
28th.
The 5:30.
Is that what day is it? What night is it? Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday night.
5:30 game.
Oh, that might be interesting. Yeah, you never know.
That'll be a good one.
I haven't been up to McDonald Jones Stadium for many years, so.
If you can make it, try and source us out and say good day. And
we may actually.
All right, yes, sounds good.
We may have something that we're doing after the game at Thirsty as well, so stay tuned for that.
All right.
So if it is,
all right, definitely.
Yeah, we've got a brewery just behind the back of the stadium. One of our sponsors, Thirsty Messiah. So
okay.
Yeah, we may be having a little something there after it, and stay tuned for that.
All right, I'll keep it. I'll keep looking at it, definitely.
Anyway, thanks, champion. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks, boys. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Cheers, mate.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right, guys, it's time for caller number 2. Who we got there?
Yeah, Barry from Melbourne.
G'day, champion. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Mate, we're travelling all over the
country
tonight with Sydney, Melbourne.
Wow, Melbourne.
Yeah, I've been following you guys for about 6 months now. One of my friends put me on to you.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, mate.
Good work.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Hopefully we're bringing you some enjoyment through the week anyway.
Oh, you do, mate. You're a good listen. And just wondering, what do you reckon our chances are this year in Melbourne?
For the Storm?
Yeah, for the Storm.
Yeah, mate, I think they're in my top 4, that's for sure.
Top 4 on the panel.
Yeah, I just think you need to get rid of Nelson and probably send him up to Newcastle. He'd look better. Nah, mate. Yeah,
write him off. That's for sure. The Storm.
Yeah, 100%. And
This is Bellamy's last year coaching, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, but you never know.
Well, if that's the case, they'll want to send him out a winner.
But who's going to replace Bellamy?
Jason Riles. Back.
Maybe, mate. I think they'll give it a red hot crack. To be honest, you'd definitely be in the 4.
Yeah, I think we're probably 2 weeks away from being in its top position going into the year, and we'll probably hold it through Origin, hopefully.
I've originally said 1, 2, and 3 would be Penrith, Broncos, and Storm. Whether they're in that order, I'm not sure, but the 1, 2, and 3 will be those 3 teams. You know, it could be 1, 2, and 3 all changed around, but the 3 teams will be your top 3.
Hey, I've got another question for you guys.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, what do you reckon people in Melbourne, like, there's thousands of people that support, like you walk down the street now and you see Melbourne Storm jerseys, you see their jumpers and that. But our crowds are like 20,000 every game consistently. And it's a great atmosphere and a great crowd. And people talk Storm all the time.
In Melbourne.
And, in Melbourne.
Yeah, it's a pretty big age.
But AFL just blocks everything for us. Like, they just take away the whole culture from league, and they bury it in their media.
That's a good thing,
and it sucks.
I reckon.
Sorry to butt in there. But that's a good thing about the players in Melbourne, because they can walk down the street of Melbourne and not be noticed. Whereas do it in the straight of Sydney, everyone will be flocking to them. So that's not a bad thing.
I've got a way to fix that. I reckon we take the camera crews from the show down there. We do street talk.
Street talk.
In right in the middle of Melbourne.
Right in the middle of Melbourne. We get street talk going, and we get get them back and say, get them all G'd up and back to the Storm game.
It's supposed to be the sporting.
Yeah, get them back.
Australia.
We bring Molly out as well.
Edition League.
Maybe we'll have to get down there with the cameras.
We'll have to bring the number 1 supporter Molly out.
Yeah, you'd know him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You know Molly?
Yeah, Molly Belgium.
Yeah. He loves the Storm, doesn't he?
Yeah, mate. Glad you enjoy the show, and your question was a ripper for us. So you're in the draw for our caller of the week, champion.
Oh, thanks, Jeff.
And hope you enjoy the rest of the show. And call in anytime, mate. It's always good to have people from the other end of the area down. So, mate, it was a pleasure.
Okay, thanks, bud. Bye.
Thanks, champion.
Bye.
All right, guys, it's caller number 3. Who we got there?
Charlie, mate, Charlie.
G'day, Charlie. How you doing, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, champion. What's your question for us?
Mate, I've got it. This has been bugging me for a while. This rule about when an attacking team, you remember the Melbourne Roosters game?
Yep.
Okay, when Melbourne put the bomb up and Suwali's gone up and he's gone up for the ball, knocked the ball on. A Melbourne player's picked the ball up, threw it to Munster. He's put a kick in, and Lindsay Collins has jumped on the ball. Now, the referee's pulled it up and said no advantage played. Now, my interpretation is when the ball's on the ground, if the attacking team picks the ball up, throws it to a player, and he puts the kick in, is that class as the advantage being taken?
100%. It's got to be.
You think so?
Yeah. Like, after, say, 2 passes or run 10 metres, that's an advantage for me.
Well, normally when...
Now, Lindsay Collins has jumped on the ball. He's come back and said there's no advantage being played, so they've come back. Now, Melbourne scored from that play and won the game.
Okay. I'll give you 2 scenarios why. First, Kenny, what was your story, mate?
Normally if they go 10 metres, plus because he's put a kick in, but did he chase the kick or... Well, this was on Friday night, wasn't it?
Yeah, he chased it, and Lindsay Collins, So, who was the referee?
I think it was the Badger.
No, Sutton did the Dragons game, so...
Klein.
Yeah, could have been. Well, there you go. In there, Roosters. Any good with the Roosters? Well, there's one.
I think he doesn't like us too much, mate.
This happened 10 metres out from the line, didn't it?
Well, it was a fifth tackle play from Melbourne. He's put the bomb up. Suwali's gone up and knocked the ball on. A Melbourne player's picked the ball up, threw it to Cameron Munster. He's put the kick through, and the commentators have yelled out, obviously Munster doesn't know it's 6 to go. But he's put the kick through for the player to come through. Now, if Collins doesn't pick that ball up, Melbourne pick it up and score a try. So to me, he's played the advantage.
Yeah,
He has.
Right there, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, they've probably gone further than 10 metres, plus 2 passes.
Yeah.
So,
And I think to myself, if it's a major game like a semi-final or a grand final, and there's 2 minutes to go into the game, does he call it as the advantage being played, or does he come back to the scrum?
well, here's another scenario too. Why doesn't the bunker intervene on that? Say, no, you got it wrong.
But the young thing, I think I know the play you're talking about, and I think that all happened within that 10 metre part. I think because it was right near the gold line, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's where.
If the ball didn't go 10 metres, well then there's no advantage.
But I think when Suwali's gone up for the ball, on the goal line. He clearly knocked the ball up, which is understandable. But then the Melbourne players picked the ball up, threw it back to Munster. Now they've got an overlap there, and he's put the kick through. And it just so happens that Collins has jumped on the ball. So to me, I think when that Melbourne players picked the ball up and threw it to Munster, it's play on. The advantage is being played.
Did the kick go 10 metres?
Yeah. Well, it was a bomb. So he's kicked. I think he kicked it from the 20. Are you talking about the Munster kick?
Munster kick, yeah.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, he was. I think he was on about he would have been on about the 15-metre line, and Collins has picked it up pretty much on the try line, pretty much a metre from the try line.
Well, for me, that's probably an advantage.
Advantage,
Well,
yep.
as soon as he kicked it.
That's one of
And
those.
it's happened too many times. I think Joey Johns, I think he brushed up on it last year in a game where an attacking team's picked up the ball from a knock on and played on, and they've knocked the ball on. I don't know where it was, but and then he's turned around. The refs turned around and said, "No, let's go back to the first knock on. There's no advantage being played." And even he was.
Well, you think
I don't understand it. I really don't.
You'd think he's taking it his advantage as soon as he's kicked it, but.
But it just goes back to the whole.
It depends on whether there's a Melbourne player within the vicinity of where he kicked it, or.
But it goes back to the whole thing where we're saying about the interpretation of the rules. Every ref has a different interpretation. So we're never going to get it right.
Exactly.
We're never going to get it right. So, okay, the players do off-season training. I get the referees do a little bit too, but maybe they need to do off-season class work, like theory work, and brush up on the rules.
Go back over
The whole lot
plays
of them.
from the season before and say, look, well, you've got this wrong. So next time.
Who's the referees? Graham Ensley,
Graham
isn't it?
Annesley, he's the head of referees.
Well,
Yeah, he's the chief of referees. Yeah.
Well, he probably needs the arse, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, well, that's probably why he didn't win the grand final when he was a referee.
you know what I mean? Like, because they're not getting it right. And he had a bad game, he'll get dropped this week. That's not fixing the problem.
No.
That's not fixing the problem. You need to sit down. Okay, so refereeing's a full-time gig now, right?
Yeah.
So what do they do during the week? They train, on fitness. Yeah, cool.
Do videos.
But they probably need to have a revision and review of the rules each week. So Monday, Tuesday, they need to do that. And then the rest of the week they do fitness. But because they're not getting it right.
Is that what isn't that where they're supposed to go with Van Annesley? Don't they all have a
Well, they're supposed
powwow
to have
with
a
him?
review.
Well, not
they
working.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are they doing it with? Steve Yonder.
Might as well work.
But, no, you're right, though. You're exactly right.
I agree with you 100%.
That every referee does have an interpretation for the rule, each different. Yeah.
And that's
they
why
all
they're
do.
not getting it
They all
right.
do, yeah.
And
Because you'll see one incident will happen in one game one week from a different referee, and a similar incident will happen in another game,
and it's different.
and they'll rule it different.
100%.
Just has to
Like
be-
the knock on with Penrith and Manly. Any other
Yeah.
game, that's a knock on.
Knock on, yeah.
But
Well, the Tedesco trip. I mean, I'm a Roosters supporter, but that was a blatant foul and 10 in the bin. Why didn't he get sent to the bin?
Yeah, same thing with us on
100%.
the weekend with Hutchison. He tripped Kai Pearce-Paul. And
Okay.
he just got placed on report.
so if it was Spencer Linu from the Roosters, he would have got done.
10.
So I don't know, mate. The thing is, the game's losing fans over these interpretation of the rules.
100%, mate. We had this conversation earlier. If the game does not pull its finger out its arse, and soon, within 5 to 10 years, AFL and Union will be the number one sport.
Yep.
Yeah, because you're going to see the crowds just diminishing.
Yeah.
That's the thing, but, the NRL looks at it and looks at, use us for example, they get, 9,000 in a tornado. We're going all right, still in the seats. But the thing is, that won't last forever. If they keep playing these stupid rules and stuffing the game, and I tell you what, it's time to go.
Yeah.
It is time to go. Oh, sorry, time to go. I just got hit by a mosquito. Time to go, and new bosses come in. So I'll put my hand up and I'll employ all you blokes as well.
Well, I never rated Annesley as a
Mate, I'll help you.
I can't believe he's the head of referees because, like I said, I don't even think he's ever reffed a grand final. You know what I mean? Like, how could you be a head of referees if you haven't even reffed a, you know what I mean?
He couldn't even ref a chook raffle.
Like,
Yeah, I don't even think he reffed the same origin, did he, Annesley?
no, I don't think he did. No.
Anyway.
I think he was just an average referee at the time.
Oh, man.
Anyway, mate, hopefully that's answered your question for you, and you enjoy the rest of the show, and you're in the draw for Caller of the Week, so stay tuned for that.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it, and thanks for the info.
Too easy, champion, and call in anytime. All right, guys, time for caller number 4 and our final call for the night. Who we got?
Well, I was going to leave it a few weeks to call you, but I thought I must speak to you again.
Oh, you're only human. How are you, Simon?
Simon.
I'm very well, thank you, Big Denis. How are you?
Oh, you must have known that we got Corey on the show tonight.
Oh, I'm so glad you do.
I'm here too, Simon.
Oh, my favourite silver fox. How are you, love?
I'm good, mate.
Fantastic.
And you got big Ken Dog on tonight as well.
Ken Dog down the back.
How you going, mate?
How are you?
Oh, not too bad, mate.
See how he got excited when you talked to you, Kenny?
Well, you're just a bunch of big, exciting, rugged men, aren't you?
Speaking of big, exciting, rugged men, every time you ring up, Chris goes a little bit excited, so we got Chris on the cameras tonight too.
He's just about to faint.
Oh, Chris, my favourite. How are you, my love?
Good, thank you. Anyway, what's your question for us, mate?
Well, basically, I just want to know what the hell's going on with that club.
Which club?
My golf club.
Well, no, I mean, come on, you know what I'm talking about. How bad have the Knights been? What's going on?
Yeah, I wish we had answers for you, mate. Confidence. I don't know. We've heard a few rumours and stuff. I say speculation with rumours, so no one knows what's really going on. I'll put it down to just maybe some poor form and confidence.
See, I call from Turak, and you're trying to encourage me into following your game of football from my hometown of Australian football. So I chose the big rugged Knights, and now they're letting me down.
Must apologise.
You might have to go back to the waffle, mate.
Why would I be in the waffle? I'm in Melbourne. I'm in Turak.
Oh, right.
Mate, yeah, I think with the injury to KP, we could get a positive out of a negative there, and that's the likes of Gamble and K may fire and turn things around.
Oh, you'd hope so, because honestly, on the weekend they were more confused than Chris in the dildo shop.
Oh, I hope our editor's got a beat for that one anyway. Yeah.
It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible to watch. The Saifitis were atrocious. Gamble, I know you love Gamble. Ponga shouldn't have even been playing.
Exactly.
Yeah, poor
We
bugger.
discussed that earlier.
Well, now he's not playing for almost over 12 weeks now.
Yeah.
This is why you don't give somebody an extension on their coaching contract for 3 years.
Well, that hasn't even started that contract yet.
Which is even more frightening.
So, yeah, I got no answers. I'm not sure how to address that situation. Hopefully things will turn around starting this week with the porpoises. So
They just need to go back and have a good look at themselves and have a good think and think what they want out of this.
Oh, they could have a good look at themselves, and I'm sure they'd be kicking themselves, but they'd miss it.
Oh, I can't answer this, like, seriously. I've got nothing. But, mate, hopefully they'll turn it around this week. But, I mean, we have got some players that have been putting in an effort each week. Like, Leo Thompson's been trying his backside off. And
He's been really good.
Which is, I feel bad for Leo. I feel bad for Marju. They're really missing Frizzell.
Oh, yeah, big time.
They're really missing. Well, they missed Gagai on the weekend, which is something I never thought I'd really say. But
Oh, I'm hearing
They're
that.
also missing Dom Young too. I know he's not there anymore, but his strike power and everything else, they've missed him as well.
So
I
hopefully...
mean, I've been great, and Pierce Paul's been great. And when does Will Price get a game?
Well, I was...
Not too sure.
I'll address that now. I was going to address it later, but I'll address it now. I wish that we bought... I know Armstrong probably deserves a spot too, 100%, but I wish we had Will Price at 1. Because if we ever, things aren't going right or whatever, you could swap him and Gamble around. Just have that option.
Well, they? I'm not too sure if he was even in the picture or thinking.
He should be. Why isn't he, mate?
Is he got an injury?
He did 2 weeks ago. Hadn't moved, but he played last week.
Yeah, right. And he played on Sunday too.
Played cup, yeah. But
It just seems to me, as a casual observer still, that there's only a few people putting in any effort.
I know they said they didn't want to rush him in, but I'm sorry, it's time.
Yeah.
I was the one for it too that said no, let's let him. But
I thought because Jenkins wasn't there, so maybe Gagai's back. Yeah, I thought they would have pushed Anari to the centre, brought in David Armstrong on the wing, and put Will Price at fullback. Well, I thought that's what
that would have been a good option.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do that, but Gagai's there.
Oh, and what did you think of the punch on in the tunnel?
Oh, I like Jack.
He needs it.
It wasn't much. Like,
Nothing in it.
I don't know, Simon, if you're into punching. You probably are into punching men, but like.
I know a few people have been punched in the tunnel before, but
Yeah, so do I.
We're looking at Corey.
If you're gonna hit someone, you don't bend down and crouch and punch him in the chest. If you're waiting for to hit
punch
someone,
him in the tunnle.
you punch him straight in the face. You know what I mean, or in the head. So he was bending down, and I think he was mucking around, and it's all a load of garbage. I like Jack, and I tell you what, I've got a lot of respect for Jack because the last home game we played and we lost.
So the moral of the story is don't punch in the tunnel.
No, that's right. But Jack come over to us, and he apologised. It was against the Roosters.
The Thursday night game.
He apologised to us, and we're like, he said, I'm so sorry for that. Like, are you serious, man? Like, you tried and you played hard. He couldn't play with the rest, but like he was just such a...
trying.
Sorry?
As long as they're trying, and it looks like there's too many out there that aren't trying.
Yeah, that's right. As long as, if they got beaten by 30 points each game, but they tried their backside out, I'd always stand and clap regardless of whether it was a draw. But yeah, mate, we're glad you rang up again. Sorry.
Before I go, speaking of taking a shot to the face, has Corey found his date yet?
No, but we did have an email sent in by Christine Vassallo. So, yeah.
It looks like Corey and Christine might be having a date night.
Just imagine a bit of oiled up naked Greco-Roman between those two, hey?
Bit of Greek-Roman wrestling we'll go there.
We might have to find the email of the photo she sent in and put it up for this week's show.
You might want to film it too.
You make sure she shaves before she comes.
On that note,
back.
she's probably a lovely lady.
Let's make sure she wears.
On that note, it's thanks for calling in, mate. We always love hearing from you, some more than others, and
you don't have to play coy with me, Dean.
What's that? Sorry.
You don't have to play coy with me, Big Denis. I know you like to hear from me.
Denis.
You know what rhymes with Denis? Anyway,
Madonna's.
That's all. Yeah. So you're in the draw for Caller of the Week, and thanks for calling in, mate, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Much love, team. Mwah. Bye-bye.
See you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Chairman.
Ta-ta.
All right, guys. Caller of the Week. Who's going to get Caller of the Week? There's some good questions.
Yeah.
Was
I
it,
think, who was
between
that fella
Phil and
from
Charlie, I think.
Melbourne? Yeah, the bloke, was he from Melbourne? Was he the fella from Melbourne?
Yeah,
Charlie.
I thought it was pretty
Guy
good.
from Melbourne.
It's a toss-up. There's a bloke from... Was he the one talking about the advantage?
Yeah,
the one with the
Charlie.
Roosters. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yep.
Charlie?
Yeah,
Charlie.
Was that Charlie?
Yep.
Is he from Melbourne or is he?
Oh,
he supported the Roosters, didn't he?
I'll go back through the notes, but the fella from Melbourne, I think it was Charlie. Or was it Phil?
Phil.
No, Charlie was
Charlie.
No, Charlie.
He's
Charlie.
a Roosters supporter.
Yeah.
before Simon.
Charlie, you are the winner of the Talking Schmidt this
Caller
week.
of the week.
Caller of the week. And you know what? So that was the guy from Sydney.
I think it was, yeah.
I like the guy from Melbourne. So you know what?
Give both of them.
I'm going to give them both Caller of the week this
And
week.
Phil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Put them on.
Bloody good questions.
Yes, both win because they're bloody good questions, and
Yeah,
it's good.
well.
And it's good to see our show going down to Melbourne.
Yeah, good.
So yeah, Caller of the week, both yous. Anyway, guys, we're going to take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time to go through the teams and do the team list. But before we do that, we had 3 winners of the fridge competition to go into the draw to win one of 2 NRL fridges, thanks to Shadow de Fairhall and Nighttime Podcast. So yeah, excuse me on my phone here, I didn't write them out. But first winner is Lee Stevenson. Yep, nice photo there. Chris, you want to do the next one?
No, I can't see it.
Okay. Chris Downs, it is. Well done, champion. And Amanda Barnum, if I haven't got it correct. I'm sure you know who you are by your photo there, but you're in the draw. Yeah, that's it, man. Like, there's only 3 a week.
Congratulations.
So there's good odds of you winning the fridge. And, you know, you never know. We could throw in something to some of the,
A little extra, you mean?
It might be a little surprise.
No, you know, like so some of the runners up, we might even do another a draw for the runners up or something. You know what I mean? Like we like giveaway stuff.
Yeah.
We're giveaway people.
Oh, not people, but stuff.
Stop it.
We don't give people away.
Oh,
Us people like giving things away.
we're willing to give Corey away. Remember?
Corey is free.
Well, I'm not getting married again, so please don't give me away.
Why not? They've legalised gay marriage.
Have they? Oh, okay. All right.
Anyway, jumping right into it, then
That's one tunnel I haven't gone down yet.
round 8, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Read it out.
Thursday, guys. You want to do that?
Is it Thursday? Where's Thursday?
That's before Friday and after Wednesday.
Because I can't see it on mine.
All right, I'll do it.
Oh, there's Sunday.
The hell with
that's
it.
Look, the Warriors.
I've only got Friday.
You're missing Thursday. I'll do the first one. We got the Warriors and the Titans. 2 p.m. Thursday afternoon.
Warriors for me.
Warriors.
Yeah, but
Exact day clash, eh?
how good would that be? Like, to be honest,
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to it. Seriously, like when Kylie was talking about it earlier.
Big day. Big day.
The Warriors have lost their past 8 ANZAC Day games.
Yeah, that was against Melbourne.
But it was against Melbourne, yeah. The Titans have won 3 of their past 4 games against the Warriors as well.
3 of the past 4. Right.
Winger Dallin Watini-Zelezniak, I reckon that was put in for a reason,
You've improved with these names during the off-season.
has scored 11 tries in his past 10 games at Go Media Stadium.
I might put a lousy 20 on him on Sportsbet.
You know what?
Anytime
try scorer. Let's all put $5 in each and put it in for the kitty.
Sounds good.
Done?
Yeah. Done.
Make it 30. All up.
All right.
Because we got...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm a big fan of Dallin. I think he's probably... Is there a better winger on form at the moment than him? I'd say there's probably... there's probably a 3-horse race.
Yeah.
Him. To'o's just...
Ronaldo Militano goes all right too.
Toto is always there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you can't... What he does is, Marju's getting close back to it, but not up there yet, unfortunately.
Has he scored a try? Yeah, he has. He scored in the Cowboys.
But, I reckon Dallin and your buddy's probably the top 2 wingers of Yeah, Toot was always there. Those.
Yep.
Warriors, Kurt Capewell will miss the Anzac Day game after suffering a throat injury against the Dragons.
Throat injury.
They must have breathed thigh down there.
Yeah, maybe. Dylan Walker returns from an ankle injury on the bench as well. So Adam Pompey drops off as 18th man. Titans coach Des Hasler is sticking to the same 17 that pushed Manly all the way in round 7, with David Fifita named to start as well. Yeah, I can't take the Titans. I can't see them winning over there.
I don't even know when they're going to win their first game. Maybe the bye.
The boy.
Yeah.
And that's a 50-50.
Yeah.
I might have to have a magic couple of cartons here.
Magic mushroom. Did someone say?
No, that was what's the Roosters fella?
Who's that?
What's the Roosters fella? What's his name? We were talking about the other day going to Parramatta.
The Roosters fella going to
Parramatta. We're still there at the start of the show. What's his name? Place the Roosters going to Parramatta.
Crichton. Is it Angus Crichton?
Angus Crichton.
Angus
Yeah,
Crichton,
Magic Mushroom.
Yeah, Magic.
Jesus, it's not that
going to
low.
Parramatta.
The talk of it.
Yeah, right.
That's why Gary's happy.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So we all take...
Dylan Brand might be able to give him that extra finger that he's got on.
That's it. We'll go on Warriors on that?
Yeah.
I'm going Warriors.
Warriors.
Right.
Yes.
Thursday at 4:05. The Dragons against the Roosters.
The Roosters have always won this. Well, they've won their last probably 5 or 6 clashes against the Dragons.
Roosters, yeah. And what was it last year? Went down to 127-26 last
Something was pretty tight, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going the Dragons.
Doesn't matter where they are on the ladder. It's always a close one. Yeah. But,
Tyrell Sloan has scored 13 tries in his past 16 games.
He's leading try scorer this year. He was up there at least.
And the Roosters have won 4 of their past 6 Anzac Day clashes with the Dragons.
And with the return of Dom Young and Sam Walker will be a big plus for him. So.
And Zach Lomas has scored 5 tries in his past 5 games.
I think he'll score one in this one too.
He's playing centre again this week. He's been picked because Jack Bird still hasn't been named.
So do you reckon Daniel Tupou will get 2 tries this week? 2 tries, you reckon?
No.
If so, he'll reach his 150th NRL try.
yeah, right.
He might get 1, but I can't see him getting 2.
This would be Shane Flanagan's first Anzac Day coaching role too. So, yeah, no changes to the Dragons side. They got the job done in style against the Warriors. Centre Jack Bird is listed among the reserves, but yeah,
He might be a late inclusion, but
It'll be a good game.
But if that happens, if he comes in for a late inclusion, that'll stuff up the back line.
You wouldn't change it, would you?
No.
As you said, Dom Young back from suspension with Sam Walker. Yeah. Michael Jennings drops to the 18th man. This is one that really shocked me, and I find this hard to take. Connor Watson is pushed back to the bench.
He was playing pretty good at 5.
Because Sam Walker's back.
Right.
Come off the bench, fresh.
Walker's on.
Yeah, but Walker's on.
Walker's on.
Yeah, he will come on and be a spark, but... Anyway.
7:30 on Thursday night. Storm versus the Rabbitohs.
Storm by a Mozza.
Storm by a Mozza.
Can you take the Rabbits? Let's be honest.
No.
They don't win very often against Melbourne.
No.
And let's be honest, there's a I wouldn't go, I don't know if I say a bad culture, but there's something not right at South. So.
Something's going on. Well, I suppose we can't really talk.
I reckon
But we've got a lot of expectation on our side from last year, but South, they had no expectation. You know what I mean? They should be like the Dragons and the Tigers and the Bulldogs improving. You know what I mean? From
Storm is an unchanged side with Nelson Asafa Solomona.
Is he playing or coming off the bench? So he's
named to start, and Christian Welch back to the bench.
Wow.
Impressed?
Mate, you have been working hard during the off season with your names. It's been fantastic.
Say it again.
One show only.
Say 10 times fast.
Thanks. Yeah, but although on game day they reckon there could be a switch on the cards, you just don't know about it. Hooker Damien Cook has been recalled and will start at hooker. Dry Arrow is named to return from a shoulder injury as well. Yeah. Oh, that's the chair. I'll take the Storm.
Look, I think this is Jason Demetrio's last game. I think if they get flogged, I think that'll be the end of him.
You reckon?
Yep.
Good mate. Yeah. Anyway, moving on, guys.
Friday, 8 p.m. Eagles against the Eels.
Sorry, Manly.
Where's it at, Brookie?
Pothole land.
Yeah, because it's at Pothole Land, I'll take the Eels, guys, unfortunately. Yeah, but saying that, the Eels will be had to prove a point too. But yeah, I'll take the Eels.
The Eels or Eagles?
Eagles, sorry. Yeah, not taking the Eels, sorry.
No one's going to run with me?
No, I'm going Manly.
No, I
Sorry,
can't
mate.
run.
Eels.
Yeah, Josh Alloway is returning from suspension. Matt Lodge will go to the bench, and Aaron Woods to 18th man. Nathan Brown is also back, so Dean Matheson makes his way out for that. But Aaron Woods, is it time to hang the boots up, Woodsy?
No, he's doing a lot of media commitments, and then obviously
A lot of it.
Yeah, and then he went to the Matty John show on the weekend.
With the Clem.
Yeah. So yeah.
It might be time to hang up the boots.
I think when you start getting involved in the media a lot like they're doing, yeah, normally it's about a year or two.
He's done a lot of Triple M, and obviously he's on the rush hour as well. So
yeah, Triple M, good friend of ours, Elliot Lovejoy. Triple M, check him out. Guys.
Saturday at 5:30, Tigers and Broncos.
So it's Saturday.
I can't
5:30.
I can't go past the Broncos, but for me, I wouldn't be surprised if Tigers sniff
Do an upset.
do an
At
upset.
Campbelltown, have a big. I reckon they'll get a big crowd out there too, like they did last time.
I think it'll be a good game, but I think Bronx will win by about 8.
1-12.
So what do the Tigers do? Do they take 6 games to Campbelltown and 6 to Leichhardt, do they?
I think so.
Yeah, maybe a couple at the Combank as well.
Well, the Broncos have won their past 7 games at Campbelltown.
So it might be 4 and 4. 4 at Campbelltown.
Broncos second rower Jordan Ricky has to score 4 tries. Has scored 4 tries in the past 3 games against the Tigers.
Get on him for any time try scorer then.
And for the West Tigers, the young Union convert Solomon,
Elamolo.
Yeah, he will make his NRL debut this week. So, John Bateman switches from second row to lock. 3 big inclusions for Kevin Walters with star prop Payne Haas back from 5 weeks out with a knee injury.
Can you just
Skipper
put it up?
Adam Reynolds returning from hamstring issues.
Yeah, that's changed his decision.
Yeah, Broncos.
So what, Reynolds and Passer back up?
Yeah.
Okay,
We go to the Broncos.
Yeah.
I'll probably just jinx it.
And guys.
7:30 game. Cowgirls and the Panthers.
Oh, I'm not even going to... I know where my bread's buttered. Panthers. Panthers winger Brian Toole plays 100th NRL game this week, so good on you. Cowboys halfback Chad Townsend will make his 250th NRL appearance. So that's another milestone. Good on him.
He's played for a few clubs.
Hasn't he?
Yeah.
Sharks.
Twice.
So Toddy...
Warriors twice, is it?
No, Sharks twice.
Toddy Payton has resisted making major changes to his side. Griffin...
They need to defend. That's their problem. Their defence.
The big thing is...
They can score points, but they're letting too many points in. They're just...
The problem... The big thing for Penrith is Cleary's back. Cleary's back. Dylan Edwards...
Rubbish defence.
He's named despite failing to finish the last few minutes of last week's win. But
Who was that? Dylan Edwards?
Yeah.
Why? What happened? Did he get?
I think it was a leg issue, I think.
Yeah, right.
But I think it was mainly probably precaution.
Something they should have done.
Yeah, and they took him off and put Dane Laurie on, I believe.
Okay.
And Taylor May returns to at centre, so that's a big inclusion as well. Yeah, Panthers for me.
Panthers.
And to be honest, I think if Panthers come back to their best and the Cowboys are not on their game, it could be a cricket score.
Same as,
Very much so, I'd say.
Raiders and Sharks. Oh, sorry, guys.
Raiders and Sharks. What about the Dolphins and Knights?
Yeah, well, it's going there next.
We'll leave that to last.
At 2 p.m. Dolphins $1.43. Knights at 2.86.
Just one change to 17. Who won big over the Eels last week? Kurt Donahue returns from suspension on the bench, bumping Sean O'Sullivan back to the reserves. O'Sullivan was playing really well. Had that sternum injury.
That's the
and
thing. They've got good depth this year, the Dolphins. So, and I think
what's his name? Katoa. I think Katoa's he's playing pretty good. He's in really good form.
Obviously, I'm going to take the Knights, but not confidently.
Yeah. Right.
Kenny?
Fins down, mate. No, I'm not going the Fins. I'll go the Knights, mate. I'm backing my team. Always will, mate.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's why I don't do that good in footy tipping competitions. I always take me to.
Oh, look, I'd love to say the Knights, but I just think that the Dolphins would be too strong here.
Same here.
We'll get through the team list of the Knights quickly in a minute. But last one, Raiders and Sharks.
Yep. 4.05.
Probably
Is
Sharks.
it a case of white line fever for the Sharks?
Yeah, it could be.
I wonder who's driving the bus. They're going to breath test him.
Sharks for me.
Yeah. Sharks.
Yeah, I think the Sharks
They'll
will
have
get it
cover.
done. With Fogarty out, I don't. Raiders are probably in the same predicament as us.
I'm going to go the Raiders. I have Raiders on an upset here. Kenny?
It will be if it is.
You reckon they can do it?
Yeah, I reckon they can. There's a little bit of
Who have they brought in for Fogarty?
I'm not sure. Jim Shorts.
You sure?
Hang on.
KO Weeks. So he's from Manly.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty young backline there. Look at it. Wow.
Simi Sasagi's name is starting the second row as well, which is
Chevy,
good.
Schiller, Tomoko, Chris, Savage, Strange. Weeks. That's a pretty young backline.
And everyone's expecting the Raiders to lose. So I reckon they can do it, eh? And there's a little bit of, unwell in the Sharks at the camp at the moment. So I'm going to take the Raiders, yeah.
Who's that? Daniel
Atkinson, never heard of him.
No.
Yeah, it's Rowan's son.
Rowan Atkins.
Old mate on debut.
So this guy, Mr. String,
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean as well.
Kaz?
I'm going Sharkies.
Going Sharks.
Sharks.
All right.
We'll know this time next week.
Yeah, well, that's right. Just quickly get into, as we're running late tonight, and we'll quickly do the team list for the Knights. Should have thought I had them there, but
I've got him.
you got them?
I've got
All right, off we go.
All right, I'll read out the Dolphins for you guys. So, number 1, we've got Trey Fuller. On the wings, we've got Jermaine Asako and Jack Bostock. In the centres, we've got Jake Everillo and Tessie New. And the 5'8 is Cody Nikorima, and the halfback is Isaiah Katoa. In the forwards, on the bench, the forwards, we've got Jesse Bromwich, Jeremy Marshall-Kuhn, Mark Nichols, Kenneth Bromwich, Ewan Aiken, and Max Plath. And on the interchange is Josh Kerr, Kurt Donahue, Ray Stone, and Oren Cooley, who was a former Knights player, I do believe. Is that correct?
Correct.
He was.
Probably one of the best.
Knights, one of the Knights juniors.
Yeah,
Good team on paper.
very good team in this
Very
team.
good team.
And without Flegler, there's no Beep Beep, Herbie,
Heavy. Yeah, Mimi.
So,
Hamasai, there's another one.
We'll do the Knights.
Yep. All right. Fullback is on debut is David Armstrong. On the wings, we've got Greg Marju and Inari Tawala. The centre pairing of Dan Gagai returns from a calf injury. Bradman Best is the other centre. 5'8 is Tyson Gamble. Halfback is Jackson Hastings. In the front row, we've got Jacob Saifidi, Leo Thompson, and Jaden Brayley. Second row pairing of Dylan Lucas and Kai Pearce-Paul, and locking the scrum is Adam Elliott. On the interchange, we've got Phoenix Crosland, Daniel Saifidi, Jed Cartwright, and Brady Jones.
Not a bad team on paper too. Big, obviously the big loss is KP. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen, even if it was maybe. Excuse me, I want to see Will Price play for the top grade.
His name there, isn't he?
I mean, who do you take him out for? Who do you take out for him? But
Yeah, it's good to see that he's bleeding some young blood. You know what I mean?
he needs to get a start soon, but
Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
do because.
Why did we bring him over here for?
And I've seen the way he's been playing in Cup.
Yeah.
But it's good to see Brody Jones, all his hard work, especially last.
Paid off.
He's been playing some really good in Cup.
In the Cup, he's been playing really well. He's I think that we re-signed him, didn't we?
For this year.
Oh, for this year.
I think, yeah.
So he's off contract the end of this year.
Which I don't know why. There'll be clubs chasing him for that.
But you know what I mean. This is what we've got to keep. We've got to keep our juniors. You know what I mean? We're losing.
He don't
too
want
many
to.
juniors.
No, Brody, he wouldn't want to lead. He loves it. He loves the Knights.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
like
saying, we've got to keep our juniors. We've got to keep them here. We can't.
I love him to stay. But if not, this is only for a personal development for Brody. Like, you know, taking my Knights glasses off. I would love to see, if we don't keep him, Brody go to a place like Penrith. Look at how they change players like Scotty Sorensen.
Yeah.
The dude that's now at Canberra that was with us, what was his name?
Sasolo, Pastrami, Sasolo.
Nah, but even
Sasagi.
Simi, but
Sasagi.
they went to Penrith last year. Forget his name. Oh, I can't even think.
Last year.
He was at Penrith last year and then become a better player again. Zach Hoskins.
Yeah.
Look at him.
He's been, he's been injured, but he's one of the buys of the year so far down in Canberra.
Newcastle Junior.
Yeah, and he went to Penrith, and I reckon he took his game that better again.
Didn't he play with Brisbane too, didn't
Play
he?
with Brisbane too. So I just think that, you know, a player like Broads could probably really benefit from that Penrith system. And that's taking my Knights glasses off and just looking at a development for Broads himself. But
that-
I'd rather see him red and blue.
That up the rung once, one or two rungs up, and then come back the Knights.
Couple of years, yes, it's good to move.
Yeah.
So it's a nice.
Deserves his spot.
I'll take the Knights, but
Yeah. I'll tip him. I can't tip against him. I just can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The team.
I'm going the Fins. Fins.
Oh, look, Fins, Knights. Oh, there we go. Anyway,
One of
guys,
us will win.
we'll take another short break and come back and wrap it all up. All right, guys, welcome back, and that's us for another night for this week.
It was a great night tonight.
Thanks to Crazy Lady for all the work she does behind the scenes. All our sponsors, Gaza,
Great to be here.
Kenny,
Yeah.
and
Easy. Jeez, guys,
Glory.
I'll probably see you again in a fortnight.
whatnot.
Yeah. Or, maybe.
You're off to Sydney next week.
I'm off to Sydney next week, yes.
I didn't know it was already on. I thought it was already been on.
Oh,
The
it's
Mardi Gras.
another
Yeah.
event. It's a private function.
At the toolbox,
Yeah.
Blue Oyster Bar.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oyster Bar.
So we'll see you in a fortnight.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Don't sound too confident. Anyway, guys, we'll have a few spots vacant for any caller that wants to come on and enjoy the show, like Corey has. And I've had a few people interested in coming on. It's just when we can fit them on. So it's
Well,
open.
That's
We got
great,
next
Dave.
2
It's
weeks
great that
available.
it's great that you've got more people that want to have a crack at it.
Well,
so.
remember the young fella that was trying to get the drum in? Yeah, he wants to come on.
Yeah. Nice.
So we'll
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
put it out to him if he's available next week and come on.
Give us a call.
So yeah, it's always fish spots open. And Garfield,
Yeah, bring Garfield in.
it's out there, mate. You can't let the fans down. Like this is Corey Horsburgh from Wish. So throw it out to you, Garfield. The challenge is there.
Oh, he's got a good
Otherwise, as the bet wasn't complete.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, go the Knights, go every team. Go out there and have a good crack this week for Anzac week. So if you can get to a game, head out to a game.
It's going to be awesome.
Get some photographs.
Yeah, get some photos and send it into
It's
the
a good
competition.
round this round too.
So,
It's up round.
I'm going to personally pick one photo out of it. I'd let you guys pick a lot of them each week and stay out of it, but this week I'm going to personally pick one that I like the best because it's
Anzac round.
Yeah, it's Anzac round. And
Yep.
Spirit too.
I love that. I love the Anzac round. Anyway, I've probably forgotten something, but we'll get onto it next week. So until next time.
It's all about the league.
They normally go off.
That's not pubic hair, is it?
We don't normally go off NRL.
If that's a pubic hair,
Where
that's
did
a bloody
they
long one.
go right to
That's
the
a
bin, did
merkin.
it?
Well, is this Hey It's Saturday?
Is this?
Yeah, no, a few blokes have been punched in the tunnel.
And we're all looking at Corey.